this week here on World Class Bullshitters. I'm your host, Jeff of World Class Bullshitters, and tonight I'm joined by Mecha Random 42.
Hello, thank you for the invite. I always appreciate it.
So, folks, this is not it for the council tonight, but it is for right now. We're waiting on Ethan, we're waiting on Cecil, and a couple other people to possibly show up. But we didn't want you to have to wait because we see people having strokes out in the chat right now. So, Mecha and I have a bunch of topics to cover, and we're going to interact with you guys. So let's have some fun while we wait for Uncle Ethan to show up. So, hello to Novapoid. Thank you for your kind welcome. And yes, Jeremy's too busy for the High Council, for car videos. Or sorry, videos. I don't know. He's too busy for everything. So
that's how it is. That's how it goes on YouTube. I mean, you want to do a million things, and then you have time for one thing.
Yeah. So, by the way, we have 494 watching already. Can we get 494 thumbs up? We have some fun tonight. And hello to the Oscar-nominated a-hole. It's good to see you're still here, man. So, Mecha, it has been another week. We're another week closer to Star Wars. I don't know how many days we are until the film releases. But, okay, Google. How many days until Star Wars Episode 9?
I stopped counting.
94 days. So we're 94 days away from Episode 9. And, I'm not excited, but we still keep getting news.
I know.
Have you seen the amazing and brave photo of Rey that we got from Star Wars Episode 9 today?
Is this the thumbnail one?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know.
Rey's not amazing or brave. She's too perfect at everything to be interesting, I think. But
well, they're calling her a total badass, according to Cinema Blend.
That's cute. Didn't Yoda do more in The Last Jedi as a Force ghost?
He did. She is okay. You know how on the Big Bang Theory a couple years ago they had that theory that Indiana Jones adds nothing to Raiders of the Lost Ark and the film could be doing great without him in it?
Oh, I think I missed that one, but I did stop with the Big Bang Theory. I'll take your word for it, though.
There was just like this thing, and then people online picked it up. The Last Jedi, they didn't need Rey for anything. Oh, somebody lifted some rocks. That could have been Luke. Could have been anybody, really.
It could have been Leia. She's supposed to be trained in the Force now all of a sudden, out of nowhere. So
she is the most useless protagonist in any film. Folks in the chat right now, can you tell us a more useless protagonist in a film? We want your answers, honestly. We want your honest answers. Because we'll wait and we'll laugh. And yes, Ahsoka Tano does own Rey. So
I think anybody owns Rey. I want to say the Porgs did more for The Last Jedi than Rey did.
Probably. That's all I can say.
I always said that they had the bigger story arc, though, too. I mean, they did. They went from these little stupid little chickens on an island to, Chewie almost eats one, and then they make friends with him. I mean,
they did achieve more.
Yeah. They're just a toy. They're just a cheap marketing thing.
No, they're not that cute. I did buy one as a joke. I actually did make a video where I cooked a porg.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I had an extra one, so I gave it to my friend's dog, and he ate it. So,
see, I like them, but I'm kind of a sucker for weird, cute things. I also have like Targ plushies from Star Trek, and I have all kinds of weird stuff. So,
I think the only plushie I own is of Beetlejuice. So,
that's cool.
Just to show you what I consider cute around these parts.
Well, I also have a Cardinal Copia one from Ghost. So, yeah, my plushies are a little diverse, I guess.
Fair enough. I don't own too many plushies. Oh, shit, just Beetlejuice. That's close enough.
See, I'm a girl. I'm allowed, right? I'm allowed to like the cute things.
That's true. I don't like Funko Pops, but I have a couple. Some people consider them cute. I consider them creepy.
Yeah, I'm not a Funko Pop person. I do have the Porg because I was collecting everything with Porg on it, but... And somebody sent me Goose the Cat because the cat was better in Captain Marvel than Captain Marvel.
So I have a P.O. Box video coming out on the secondary channel, and I got a Captain Marvel surprise in that box. So if anybody wants to watch I think I threw Captain Marvel like at the wall at some point in the video. So I'm not a fan.
No, the movie wasn't good, and her attitude sucks. I mean, I think that's the important thing is that the attitude and the marketing are probably worse than the movie because it's kind of mediocre. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I mean, it's something you can have on in the background and like, okay, it's a superhero movie, it's a Marvel movie. But her attitude and the acting and the marketing, just I can't get past.
I have to get drunk to watch Captain Marvel, to be honest.
Dude,
I did a drunk commentary. I've never been drunker in my life for this channel.
Have you seen Unicorn Store, though?
No, Anna and Jesse did a commentary for it up at Star Wars Celebration. They invited us over, but we couldn't make it over, so...
It's a trip. It's insane. There's this full-on glitter bukkake scene where she's wearing like what's the brush thing called that you drive through in a car wash? She's wearing one of those. She throws glitter everywhere and she starts singing. It's weird.
Is she Rip Torn? Or sorry, Rip Taylor?
Yeah, yes, I guess. I mean, she's whimsical and she's a grown business lady. I guess, and that's a quote from the movie. I'm a grown business lady. So. It's bad. I think that movie broke my mind. It's so weird.
She is like, I think we're gonna give out awards on this channel, and she's gonna get like celebrity douchebag of the year, Brie Larson, because not only is she just okay at acting, she's pretentious, and her projects have all kind of sucked. So
yeah. Well, God, there's that new one going around where she's in some movie with, I want to say like Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, and she looks high as a kite in that interview. And that's the newest thing that's been going around. I didn't want to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person. And it's a trip. I'm like, oh, you are on something, sweetheart. I just can't tell what.
Well, here's the thing, folks. You're all 963 are watching. They're like, when are they talking about Star Wars? That's the thing. This week, the Star Wars news is there's some, but with episode 9, there's really nothing new besides this image. And you know how they always try to promote each image as amazing and powerful. Like the best joke I've seen online is her stabbing herself through the leg with the lightsaber. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's hilarious. So there's a really popular video out where Rey's training. She throws her lightsaber. It goes through the Force and cuts an Ewok in half. And besides this image that they make.
Yeah, I saw the Ewok one. I'm like, no, not Ewoks. They're cute.
Well, I'm convinced they're really going to do the whole episode, Return of the Jedi copycat. We had it with the last 2 films, and I don't know if like it's Lucasfilm or Disney, because okay, so it seems slow, but Disney is starting to falter just a bit. And if you pay close attention, you can see how like, oh, Disney Plus looks like it's going to be watertight and it's going to be amazing and change the world. But if you pay attention closely, Disney Plus has already canceled The Muppet Show. There are other Marvel properties that were on other channels that have been canceled. People say, oh, it's going to Disney Plus. None of that stuff's confirmed. So there are slight little things on top of the massive thing that they lost Spider-Man, which is my video for tomorrow. I just wonder whose edict it is, Disney or Lucasfilm, who has less creativity to do the essential soft reboot remakes of the Star Wars trilogy that didn't catch on culturally.
Yeah, I think they are, because if you break them down, they're kind of beat by beat remakes with, you know, just like Rey's clearly supposed to be Luke. I think Finn was supposed to be kind of the Han Solo character. BB-8 is carrying an important message. I mean, he's R2, just in a new marketable form that they can make money off of without giving any toy rights to George Lucas, right? And that's all alleged, but I kind of am under the assumption that that's why they've changed so much and they're so disrespectful to old characters. Yeah, they seem to be remaking them.
Yeah, I caught on early. Now, if you're out there and you're like, I enjoyed 7, but I hate him now or whatever, you don't have to hate what we hate or dislike what we dislike, but it's been very obvious to me from the beginning. So there's that old adage, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Well, to me, there won't be a third time. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know we're going to get more Return of the Jedi. And there's no way you can fix this broken trilogy. I don't know about you, but I've sat down and I've thought about, like, what could they do? Because we get tons of emails, tons of tweets, tons of questions, and it's always like, how would you fix episode 9? How would you, finish out the trilogy? And realistically, no matter what answer I would ever give anyone that sent out a message to me, it's you can't fix the whole thing. You can only possibly put together a slightly coherent film. But with all the news we keep getting about Palpatine and clones and this and that, we're setting ourselves up for a very convoluted failure of like Waterworld proportions. So for those out there that might be listening for the first time to the High Council, this is not always a doom and gloom channel, but we're always honest about stuff. And honestly, I couldn't sit here and tell you that there's a way to save Star Wars. I mean, there's new Galaxy's Edge news, which we'll cover a little bit later into the show. The only bright spot, if there is one, is possibly The Mandalorian not sucking. But that's all I can say.
See, that could be all right. The Obi-Wan series could be interesting. They could tie in elements that people really loved from like the Clone War era. I'm kind of curious about the whole Diego Luna one because I know Alan Tudyk's coming back for that, and I liked the robot he played. I liked the droid, so I'm kind of more excited for that one than the Mandalorian, to be honest. I'm afraid that the Mandalorian is going to be one of those things where they just fail miserably. Like I'm afraid to want to be excited for it almost at this point. Because really, what are they gonna do to it? I mean,
yeah, I mean, the only thing I ever wondered is like, what's the purpose? Because it's not like they do. It's not like these movies do like so much business that it like puts people in their place. It's like we're just watching a downward graph, a downward trend, if you will. Like one thing, folks, too, because I keep getting delayed on the Star Wars toy video. Did you know that the Episode 9 is the first Star Wars film to not have its like traditional size toy line? They've gone all out to try to appeal to kids that aren't there. And to me, that's just a small example of how they abandon the old audience to win a new audience that's just not going to show up.
Yeah. Well, and the toys haven't been that great anyway for the Disney era stuff. I mean, you have a few things that are okay here and there, but it's not. I know we're not kids anymore, but I don't see kids getting excited. When I would go to Toys R Us, I didn't see kids getting excited for anything anymore. Like even any toys, except maybe like the Fortnite ones or something. Kids don't really buy toys the way we bought toys when I was a kid, you know? They're more into like mobile game. Hey, can I have $1 in Robux for Roblox? Or can I have this thing in Fortnite or whatever? They like video games. They like tablet stuff. They like watching YouTube Let's Plays. They like things like that. They like watching toy unboxings. I don't think they like watching the toys though, because the toy unboxing videos are always more elaborate than they could ever have. And so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand their current marketing strategy. It's like, do you not want people to watch this? You've spent all this time insulting us, telling us how horrible we are. We're a bunch of, ists. We're a bunch of man babies or whatever. I don't forget that. Like, and it's not even if Disney actually didn't say it, they're allowing that by allowing the media to tarnish the brand. If they really cared, they would say, hey, we don't want a bunch of articles trashing Star Wars fans. They would have some integrity, but they don't. I don't think they have any anymore. I think they just want to make a quick buck, get that opening box office, and then move on to the next thing.
Well, something I wanted to jump off the point you made about the kids, like the one thing that Disney has failed to do is basically future-proof themselves with Star Wars. They can tell you, we made our $4 billion back. Sure you did. But you don't buy something for $4 billion just to break even. You're a business. You want to make $20 billion. Look at Marvel. I think they bought all of Marvel for, what was it, $9 billion? Or was it was in 2009 for maybe $9 billion. Maybe it was just $4 billion they bought it for. But my point is, the MCU has made $22 billion. That's a huge return on your investment. The point that I'm trying to make is, if you are cutting us out, let's just call ourselves like the last remnants of the original Star Wars era, the people that liked it before the Disney era came in. And that includes prequels and originals and, EU and all that stuff that people like. They push us out, and then they don't build the next generation. And we like Star Wars. So, we don't want to watch it go away forever. But that's what they're doing. I don't see how that's a good business plan. Like, if I was in a business where I'm trying to get generations of people, I'd want everyone to feel welcome. Not, you're this, you're too old. So
I think they think that they're too big to fail. I think they're letting and I hate to use this again, but the Big Bang Theory sort of crowd dictate how geek culture is. And well, Big Bang Theory was cute in the beginning, but then they kind of forgot that not every geek likes every geeky thing, and not every geek is going to buy everything just because it has Star Wars on it or Star Trek. You still have to make something halfway decent. And I kind of feel like we're still getting bullied for being geeks by the normies, by the preppies, by all those people who just say, oh, you're just gonna buy it anyway. It's got Star Wars on it, and they can just make it as bad or do whatever they want to it, and they don't even, it's like they forget to water it. They, like it's a plant, they forget to water. It's like, oh no, see, it's still here. You still have it. Yeah, but it's dead and it's gross. And it's all the leaves are falling off. Yes, but buy it anyway. I don't want it. You're a racist. Oh.
See, I mean, to look at myself for a minute, like I think of myself as the best and worst type of fan. Like if you produce something I like, I will buy it all. I will support it. Like I was talking to my mom today about John Wick. I was like, I saw everyone in theaters. I own them on Blu-ray. I got a John Wick Mezco coming in the mail. It's like if you produce something I like, I will do the best, not the best I can, but I will just get stuff because I enjoy it. But at the same time, if you're something I like that turns to shit, I will avoid you like the plague. And I with Star Wars, you talked about the toys have sucked ever since Disney. That's right. They changed the stuff and they go back to limited articulation and this and that. And it's not the same level of quality. And I think a lot of people, like a lot of fans, feel just betrayed. It's like, what about me? I've been here the whole time. And, we get into that. And I know it to come full circle with the Star Wars thing. It's like, and that is why people aren't as excited. Like I said, I've seen an upswing in new subscribers for people that have joined the channel. Welcome. I just want to give you our whole stance on all the Star Wars thing because it sucks, but that's where we are.
It's like we want to love it too, and to elaborate here, I'm gonna turn on my camera for a second. I don't know if you can see this in my background. I buy stuff all the time. I spent way too much money on a fizz gig from the Dark Crystal back here because they're doing an amazing job with the Dark Crystal right now, and I found something that I can fangirl over. I buy stuff. I still buy stuff. I bought a Ghidorah toy the other day because I liked the Godzilla movie. We still buy stuff. It's just not always, not always everything just because it's like Star Wars. We're not gonna do that. You gotta give us something worth buying. Give us something to be excited for. I am so excited for the Dark Crystal, and that's giving me the same feels that like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi gave me as a kid, because it was all part of that universe. Growing up in the 80s, I'm older than I look for people who don't know me. And I grew up in the 80s with all of the Lucas and Spielberg and Muppet stuff. Loved that stuff as a kid. If I'm getting that same feeling from Dark Crystal, but not Star Wars, what's the problem here? I mean, why can they do Dark Crystal so well and not Star Wars? Like, it's Star Wars. It's not that. It shouldn't be that hard. It's not.
I saw an old ad for Star Wars, like an old Star Wars Power of the Force 2 toy commercial, and I got that feeling back. I was like, oh, I remember being excited for this. And then I just thought, maybe I'm older. Nah, it's because it sucks nowadays. But real quick, since you're talking about 80s stuff, what's your favorite 80s film?
Lost Boys, probably.
Excellent choice.
That's probably my favorite movie of all time. I go through kind of waves, but that one I always kind of come back to. There were so many good ones though. You had Lost Boys, Goonies, Spaceballs, Ghostbusters. Yeah, there's so many good ones.
Have you had a chance to check out Dan Aykroyd on the new Joe Rogan podcast?
I saw a clip of it.
Because he talks about the new Ghostbusters very, very briefly, but he goes into it a little bit, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
I've been covering pretty much everything, and I found Ernie Hudson was coming back before he officially announced it even. I'm like, oh yes, yeah. I've been covering the crap out of it because, well, Ghostbusters. I'm a pretty big Ghostbusters fan.
By the way, the chat's actually got some great answers for their favorite 80s movies. We got a Rambo, a Highlander, Scarface, Inner Space. I didn't think we get a lot of stuff or a lot of answers for that, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
Thing, Goonies, RoboCop. 2 Scarfaces. Trading Places, excellent choice. You get to be on the screen for that great answer. There you go. Like I said, folks, Ethan has the link. He hasn't said he won't be here. We also have Cecil coming in a little bit. So welcome to the 2-person High Council for the time being. But we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. So get involved. Tonight's, you know what? You listening, you can be the third member of the High Council. Give us something crazy to talk about, and we'll talk about it. We're right here. By the way, Predator is a great film.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. See, I love Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
3's my favorite.
Yeah, I love 3. I absolutely love 3. Neverending Story. They have a lot of good answers here. Coming to America. Well, they're making the sequel to Coming to America.
I heard about that. That might not suck because you got all of the original cast back, and
Yeah, I think that one might be okay between that. Why is it all the 80s sequels now that are coming back halfway decent? You know, like Cobra Kai was freaking amazing. Absolutely love that one because I was a huge Karate Kid fan in the 80s too. So that was really good. Like the Dark Crystal is really good. That sequel was a prequel. I think Bill and Ted is going to be really good, even though that was kind of more late 80s, early 90s.
That was 88. You're right, still.
Yeah, and then the Ghostbusters one looks like it could be really good.
Ooh, Weird Science. Excellent choice, Brandon. I love that movie.
Clash of the Titans.
I got stuck seeing Clash of the Titans, the remake, a couple years ago.
Oh no,
it was terrible, dude. Oh my god!
Yeah, I watched it with riff tracks because there's so many of these movies. I'm like, I should probably see it. I'll watch it with riff tracks. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's the guys from Mystery Science Theater that release audio commentary that you can just download and sync up to movies yourself. And there's no cutaways, no bots. It's just them doing the commentary in the style of Mystery Science Theater, and they're really great. They do live shows. But yeah, I saw Clash of the Titans with the riff tracks commentary, and that didn't even save it.
And yes, I saw it in 3D. So before we cut over to our next topic, Galaxy's Edge and a couple other things we have planned, I'm going to read some of the super chats so the people that sent them in don't have to wait. So Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pop, thank you very much. He says, go to hell, Sean Cunningham. So Sean S. Cunningham is one of the creators of Friday the 13th. I guess he did something to keep the lawsuit going that's pissing off Logan Michael.
What do you do this time?
I don't know. Are you following that right story? How
Tom from Midnight's Edge has been really, really good about following that. He's like the expert on any of the Friday the 13th stuff and Halloween. And I did for a little bit. I know he messed up something where they can't develop the game anymore.
Yep.
Ugh. That was the last I heard.
Rights are weird. Like I can understand, you create something, you license it, you want to make money, but it's getting weird to where it's like there's rumors that Lucas still owns a part of Star Wars merchandise. There's this, there's that, and the only people that suffer are us. Like we lose out. It's like, oh, I may not like Friday the 13th, but somebody like Logan Michael gets cut out of like new merchandise. We want more Han Solo stuff. Well, we get cut out of that because they don't want to pay licensing fees or whatever. So I mean, it looks good on a graph sheet to a lot of these people, but at the end of the day, the fans just get fucked over.
Well, I don't know if they actually have to pay Lucas anything, but it really seems like they just want the money themselves and don't want to miss out. So if they destroy the old characters, people are going to want the new ones only in their mind. And like, well, they'll buy Star Wars stuff because they're nerds and they'll buy anything Star Wars on it. We'll just make all new character merch, like the Vice Admiral Holdo Black Series figure, See, they'll buy it. They're nerds. They'll buy everything because it's a new character. No, we won't. No, we won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been joined by a guest. Say hello, guest.
Hi, guest. What's up, guest? It's Guest coming to you with another guest appearance after I quit 5 times, but I'm still here. I didn't realize EVS wasn't going to be here, so I just wanted to I just see you and Mecca. I was like, you know what, man, I'll pop on here for a few minutes. So just want to come and say hello and piss a lot of people off. So,
well, it's appreciated. I sent him the link. I know he's busy sending off his stuff, so you can't get mad at the guy. But
the real star is here now, though.
Oh yes, he is. Say hello, real star.
Hello.
It's funny. People are like, where's anybody else at? Here you guys go.
All gonna show up at one time. Hi, Cecil. How are you?
Yeah, last time I tried. I'm doing good, Jeremy. Good to hear your voice again.
You too.
Yeah, the last time I was about to come in, Mueller stepped in front of me, and I was like, all right, I'll let it go.
Yeah, I told Jeff, I was like, hey, just a heads up, because I know I've been there every week since I quit, but I'm not going to be there tonight because I'm heading out of town tomorrow. I'm trying to stockpile videos, and I looked, I was like, damn, man, they I guess I'll pop on there for a little while, and but then I didn't realize Cecil was going to be here. You don't need me if you got Cecil, so.
You have no out now. That's not an out. You're in.
Oh, I don't know, Jeff. Am I allowed to be the sarcastic Jeremy? I've been doing that a lot on Twitter lately.
Just be any Jeremy you want to be, but you can't be proper Jeremy or canceled Jeremy or Jeremy's whatever. Like, you got to be the Jeremy.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm waiting. Chat. I mean, you're being way too nice to me right now. I do not appreciate that. I need some shit talking to get me started. Anyway, what are we talking about though? What's the topic?
At first, we were covering right here on the screen the new episode 9 image, which led us to talk about how unexcited we are. And basically, since I had an influx of new people that could be listening, just try to give them a roundabout way of why a lot of the fandom menace Star Wars fans feel like burnt out on Star Wars.
Wait, did somebody Photoshop that so she's holding it upside down?
Nope, that's the official Twitter.
Oh God, she's wearing the same outfit she's been wearing for 3 movies. Change your clothes, girl.
I know. Drunk 3PO did a shout out to Drunk 3PO, newest member of the Geeks and Gamers team. It seems like I add a new member every day now, but he did a video on this topic because there was an article trying to use Ahsoka, the great Ahsoka Tano, to say Rey is holding her lightsaber like Ahsoka. No, the fuck she's not. She's looking like an idiot. She doesn't know how to hold a lightsaber. I'm not gonna say the R word, but this is stupid. This is stupid. Like,
it looks like a microphone on a stand.
I swear she's gonna cut herself. First, the nutcracker one that she's flinging around like it's a pair of nunchucks. And sorry, if you're a little girl like Ray, don't fling around nunchucks. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's just it's so bad right now. It really is. It's the only thing we can get excited about are the memes that are going to come from episode 9. That's literally the most exciting thing about it is the memes and the Geeks and Gamers parody song, shameless plug, that we will be working on. But that's it. That's it. This is Star Wars, guys. We're supposed to be theorizing about what something means, who's this person, what's going to happen in the story, how they're going to close the trilogy. We don't care. It's pathetic. Such a sad state.
The thing I'm most excited for is just to like review it for the channel and have fun at the end of the year. Like, I don't know about you, but we have all the guys are coming into town. We're going to do a live review and a pre-show and all this stuff. So we got tons of stuff planned for this movie. Do you think there's a possibility that it's going to be 2 things, good and fix the saga?
No and no.
You got an answer right there.
Double no.
The only way I would like if they tie this with Ghostbusters and one scene the Ghostbusters come in and just like start scooping up all the Force Ghost people, that would be only reason to see this movie if they do a tie-in.
Well, which Ghostbusters though? The women or the real ones?
The women were the real ones, honey.
No. See, that's my trigger. That's where I got into all this, is when they started calling us all these mean names because of Ghostbusters. No.
That was what got me started on doing single videos, was Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, that was the start of it. That's when I started watching Midnight's Edge. That's when I started watching like the pop and entertainment sort of channels instead of gaming more.
Well, I mean, we got to do our part to save popular culture because there's a lot of stupidity running rampant, and they'll just ruin everything if people don't call them out on their shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Well, no, we need our escapism. We need something to kind of turn our brains off every once in a while and say, you know what? I'm going to just enjoy this fantasy story for a couple of hours. And if I'm getting, if I'm more entertained by Cecil's Human Centipede Mego video than I am Star Wars, like, what does that say about you as filmmakers, Kathleen Kennedy and JJ and all these people? Like,
by the way, mine was on a fraction of the budget.
Right? And it's better. Legit.
Oh my God, I have to make a point of this. My biggest hater on Twitter is super chatting because I blocked him from the Geeks and Gamers channel, and he's super chatting so he could hate on me in your stream, Jeff. You're welcome.
Do you want to read it? You want to go ahead and read it right now?
Yeah. This is from Hugh Jass. Jeremy is compensating. #hugbox. #echo chamber. Huge ass is very obsessed with my above average penis. It's a little disturbing. I made a video and I made one point about my above average penis, and that's the only part of the video he wanted to talk about. And I'm like, where our ships sail in different waters, my friend. So keep sending super chats. That's the only way I'm going to acknowledge you. That's it. So for everybody on Twitter that I piss off, the only way you can get to me is on Jeff's live stream. And you have to pay money to my friend Jeff to talk to me because I am just that much better than you.
Looks like I'm going to be able to pay off my college debt sooner than I thought. So thanks, Jeremy. Keep making those videos.
Go ahead, Cecil.
Yeah, you can send Jeff money to talk about my below average IQ if you want.
I've really taken the sarcasm to the next level recently, and I'm not sure why, but it's pissing him off, and I really like it. So I might as well just do it. I don't know. It's Twitter. It's Twitter. What the fuck? It's Twitter, you know?
It's fun to piss off haters, though. I mean, I am usually smarter than anybody who tries to tell me off on Twitter. So I tend to like just slap them down all the time. And like, yeah, you do realize that you're complaining to me about exactly what, you know, doing exactly the same thing you're complaining that I do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frustrating, but it's kind of entertainment.
Well, I mean, like the other day, somebody tagged me on a little clip that somebody posted about me back before The Last Jedi, and I was bitching about Star Wars fans because I used to go after the prequel haters all the time, and you know, they were like saying something about like what I've become and all this stuff, and I was like, idiot, I'm gonna make a video now. I'm gonna get a lot of views. I'm gonna make a lot more money. A video that would not have existed if you wouldn't have talked shit to me. But now I'm gonna use your stupidity against you. And I'll give you a hint. I've got a video coming out tonight. Based on a video that Uche did for the channel and something that Mary Mayhem said on Anna's stream on Force Talks. But Mary was kind of talking about how she's tired of seeing like, you know, the media and Hollywood going after men, you know, and hating on men that are just giving their honest opinions, good men. And she goes, well, guess what? You want to pull the gender and the race card? Guess what? I'm going to pull the gender card and I'm a woman and I'm saying it. What are you going to do about it? And my video is talking about how when Uche made a video on my channel a few days ago, he titled it Marvel quit giving black folks your sloppy seconds with all of the race swapping. And Uche went on a rant for like 12 minutes, and it was a beautiful rant. And in the comments, what I do with the people that hate me is I monitor because that's why only time I ban people is when they go over the line and say something like that guy that just super chatted. He ran his mouth about Anna during our stream. And like during where I was talking about what she's going through, you're not going to get away with that. Fuck you. But people are just constantly shitting on me and complaining about me. I monitor their comments because whatever makes them mad, I'm going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, these 3 or 4 of these guys that have been on my comments for months, they were like, why the hell is Uche referring to his race? Why is he talking about he's a black man and he can say this? And it's like, you motherfuckers invented this stuff.
Yeah.
And now you're mad because we're pulling the card? So my video that I have uploading tonight is about we need to all start pulling the race, gender, and sexual orientation card against them. All of them. And,
I had somebody on Twitter today like saying, "Oh, I can't believe you pulled the gender card." I'm like, "Well, if you're gonna be coming at me for me having an opinion," it was on the Birds of Prey poster, or Birds of Prey rather. God, I can't even talk. The Birds of Prey poster thing that came out, and they're like, "Oh, you just hate it because of this and this and this," and I can't believe you're pulling the gender card, and like that's what my opinion. That's what it's supposed to be for, you know. It's a poster. It's a marketing thing. I'm supposed to be allowed to have an opinion, but what? You just don't like me because I'm a woman, and then they got all up my ass about, you know, oh, you pull. I can't believe you pulled the gender card. Like it's marketed to me. This is a chick flick. It's marketed to me. I have to have an opinion on this.
Gender card is only relevant when it applies to the narrative. That is it.
Yeah, it's only to bash men, and I get tired of it.
By the way, Jeremy, the other morning I did a morning show, which I think that was the first time I ever did it. I don't know why, but I was talking about that kid, Shane Gillis. I was like, he's probably going to get fired. And then by the afternoon, he was fired, and I saw you did the video. But somebody sent me an old video he did, I guess it was a couple of years ago, of him as a fireman. And he just saved a family. You got to check it out because it's exactly what happened. It's the guy, he comes in and he's like, the reporter is like, hey, you just saved the family. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, and then they start showing all his old tweets. And they're like, did you say this? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, but so are you a white supremacist? He's like, no. I swear to God, this is the weirdest thing. It's him playing the fireman. It's like he literally called what was going to fucking happen to him. And then he's like, I'm not a racist. I just saved a whole family of Mexicans. He's like, they were Guatemalans. You can't tell them apart. And it's just like fucking, and by the end of the interview, the police chief comes over and is like, you're fired. We don't tolerate hate. He's like, but I just saved the family. And it's fucking excellent. I
Send it to me.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it is. It's great, man. And
it's the kid. It's him as the fireman who just got fired before he even started day fucking one.
Amazing.
And he's insane.
It's absolutely incredible. And this whole Dave Chappelle thing has exposed it. And we all knew this was going to happen. You know, I mean, you called it, you know, and well, it's just nonsense, man. It's circumstantial outrage is really what it is. And it's like if you donate to a charity, they'll go, oh, no. That person has opinions I don't like. They can't donate to that charity. We have to go and we have to bombard the charity. And we have to take money out of the, you know, less fortunate kids, you know, mouths because we don't like the opinion that this person's saying, so they can't give money. It's like it's their logic is so broken. And I like to flip people's logic on them because, like I said, I truly don't care what anybody says, anybody does, or whatever. I don't care. You can have any opinions you want. You can do and say whatever you want. But when I flip your logic on you and you get mad at me, that tells me what type of person you are. You know, if you build the rules, I'll follow the rules. You know, I'll follow your own rules. That's fine. You know, but the moment that I flip your rules on you, suddenly, you know, and so with the SJWs, oh, you can't. Why are you bringing up his race? Because he's a black man and he has an opinion and he's able to give it. You're all about representation and identity politics until the identity politics don't line up with yours and the outrage ensues. And I really want to see that video though, Cecil. That sounds hilarious.
I'll send it to you now.
Oh,
you know, if I
man.
ever do another morning show, I want it to be with you, Cecil. I feel like we could have a lot of fun if you're ever up that early.
That's the thing. It was a jackhammer going on outside my house at 6 a.m. So I was like, by 7, I was like, I just took fucking live. So angry.
Dude, the only reason I ever started my morning show is my mom had a car wreck and she couldn't get a rental car from the insurance company, so I would drive her to work. She worked at 5 a.m. So one day I got home with a cup of coffee and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go live. Fuck it. And that's how the morning show was born. It was a lot of fun.
All those other times after she got her car back, you just did it anyway. You would have to force yourself to get up.
Yeah, it was. The thing is, it was very successful. It was great.
Great.
It was great for the channel, but at the same time, like we only grew 4,000 subscribers in 4 months, and I was just like, this is killing us. So
Poor.
I know. Speaking of morning shows, we have 1,791 people watching. If we get 1,000 thumbs up on Thursday morning, I'll do a good morning pop culture. So if you guys want that, just hit that thumbs up button. Salvador, I see you in the chat right now. So
there it is.
I can do with tell me what you guys want by giving a thumbs up. So we were reading a couple super chats before we were joined by our guest. Tim Riggs says having shots for the High Council. Thank you, Tim Riggs. We would love to drink your Don Julio, even though you didn't show up. And then Jay Reyes TBN 46 says we'll also have shots for the High Council. Let's get the party started. I got a case of beer in this office from the other night, so I'll have a drink with you guys.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I got a couple beers, and I'm already got the whiskey going. I'll open it.
I need some water.
I'm in Colorado, and I hit up the dispensary yesterday, so
You're good to go. Well, there you go, folks. That's our drinking game normally. We don't have to play it right now, but I will drink if you request it. But
Get Jeremy a Yoo-hoo stat.
Damn right.
Oh, Ethan is here. He's in the waiting room chilling.
Oh,
so
there
he's in
he
the
is.
green room.
There he is.
Hi. You know what? Like this is the fundamental flaw of StreamYard is they still don't let people know. They still don't alert you when somebody's waiting, and it's messy. I think there should be a little bell that goes dun, 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 like that when someone's waiting in the green room. And
It's true. It is true. Especially when you try to stream with Gary from Nerds Rock, like he doesn't pay attention to anything but what's right in front of him. You're having to throw rocks at his windows. You're having to send SOS signals, having to
That
text
man is a
everybody.
genius, and he doesn't need to be interrupted. He's focused on
100%.
he doesn't need to be disrupted by someone like me waiting in the green room.
Well, we get a little thing in the chat that says, "Hey, Ethan just joined the group call" or something. That's what we had in, what was it, Hangouts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you waiting, Ethan?
42 minutes.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't want to be disruptive. You guys are doing your own thing. So I was actually just like, chilling, looking at stuff and listening to the show, and it's pretty good.
Hey,
So.
Jeff, highlight this comment from Sardonic Sunshine. Jeremy has Ethan for time, but not counsel for Jeff.
No, wait a second. See, I have dyslexia, and I heard that properly.
I sent it to all of you. Actually, you can play it. You can
So
play it,
great.
I think, Jeff. I don't know if you get in trouble. I don't think so. It's like
What?
you could do a breakdown of this video. It's good. Ethan, I was saying, I don't know if you heard, but I was saying the kid who got fired from SNL did a video pretty much with the exact same situation, but like on a fireman, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's amazing that it's him playing the fireman. That's like, just gets fired during a course of one interview after saving a family.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what happens in the real world. That's why it's funny. It's comedy. No, wait, that's tragedy. I don't know, but it's a good, it's very interesting.
Comedy is truth. If there's no truth, it's not funny.
Right.
It's prophetic.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe he's a psychic.
He knew. He was like, I'm doing this.
I guess it's pretty it's an easy sort of guess that this is how culture and society has been lately.
So now he's fired from SNL, right?
Before he ever did one show. But he's not in the he's not in the class because what's his name? Alec Baldwin, who they have on there every week doing Trump, he's on tape tons of times using like homophobic and racial slurs against paparazzi, and that's fine because he's next level. So
Remember what he said about his daughter too.
yeah, I mean he gets the pass, but he really he would lose his mind on the paparazzi in Manhattan. So and by the way, no one bothers anybody in Manhattan only if they'll get a reaction out of you. So he's a fucking moron. Like all you have to do is walk by them and they won't even show up the next day because it's like, people in New York just usually let you take the picture and they don't freak out. So it's not really a great picture. They'll just pose usually or whatever. I don't know. It's like they want the reaction of the person running away, hands up, fighting with the that's what they want. That's what sells more.
I will be in New York for the first time ever in 2 weeks for Comic-Con.
Now the paparazzi knows, Jeremy.
Yeah, do what now?
The paparazzi knows now. Don't go all Alec Baldwin on them.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
So do you guys want to jump into our next topic that I had pulled up for tonight?
Yes.
All right. So, Jeremy, I know you've talked about it a lot. You're a really big Disneyland, Disney World fan.
Mm-hmm.
But every day, every week, it seems like we got more Galaxy's Edge news. Low attendance, park's going to close. They're going to turn it into Aladdin. So another article comes out, and I'm just like, how much can we talk about Galaxy's Edge? But it just seems to keep getting shittier and shittier. Now, all of us, everyone will just start with Mecca and work our way down. Did you ever think it was a possibility for a Star Wars land to be this bad, or at least perform this bad?
No, I mean the Star Wars, it prints money. Shame on you, Disney. What are you on that you don't understand how to do this? You put a Millennium Falcon ride, you put a guy in a Darth Vader costume, you throw a couple of stormtroopers around, throw some R2D2 droids, sort of, little guys running around the park, and you're good. And they can't even get that right. It's Star Wars.
Have a cantina.
Yeah, have the cantina that plays the little song all day, every day that will drive the employees nuts. They had it at FL Schwartz.
But it will also keep the tables like rotating because you can only listen to that for like 40 minutes. And I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Right?
It's because the women took over. That's why. And these women, These women have something. Listen, they have something against our genitals, and I'm getting tired of it. All of these women over there who have taken Star Wars, perverted it. I'm sorry, Michael, by the way.
Well, no, look at her. Well, I agree with you. Look at the literal nutcracker that Ray was holding. It's like, you don't have to be Freud to get that.
Oh, of course. And then look at this right here. Do you see what I'm saying? Why does everything look in Star Wars Episode 9? Can you share this, Jeff, please? Okay, share my screen. Why does everything in Star Wars Episode 9 look like something that's made by somebody who's mad at penises? I am tired of it. I liked it much better when real men were in charge of Star Wars. Real men like me and Jeremy, and we had things like this. That made much more. That made much more sense to me.
They're like a poor man's H.R. Giger. They just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, continue.
No, I can't. Never mind. Give me a second.
Okay.
Sorry, that thing just. Anyway, apparently it continues to be a disaster for Disney. Let's see. Now, insiders from both Orlando and Anaheim posting on this Disney fan site have been suggesting that the park's latest upcoming attraction, The Rise of the Resistance, has been a total mechanical disaster. In fact, Disney World may now be delaying the additional opening, which is currently set for December. So, Jeremy, what is the Rise of Resistance ride supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a shitty ride with Star Wars name on it. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Best answer.
No, but to be honest with you, I saw the first, and again, as someone that follows the theme park stuff very closely, when I heard that it was going to be based on the Resistance, and I saw that initial trailer, I just literally didn't give a shit after that, you know. And I think that that's the reaction to pretty much Star Wars land in general. There was an initial pop the first day or two that it was open, because there's a lot of people that don't follow the nonsense going on with Star Wars. But even the people that aren't paying attention to it like we are, once they walked into Star Wars land, they just kind of were looking around going,
Can I make a prediction?
yes.
Within the next 6 years, that entire photo will be being shown not at Star Wars, but at the Haunted Mansion.
That's kind of sad, though. I mean,
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And I think the normal people that don't pay attention to it walked into Galaxy's Edge and they were like, where is Star Wars? Where's Darth Vader? Where's Luke Skywalker? Where's Princess Leia? Where's R2-D2?
Yeah, where is Ghost Kenny Baker?
He's down there at knee level. He's off camera. George Lucas.
It's under Carrie's skirt.
Floating around like a blueberry.
So, yeah, I mean, there's just so many missed opportunities right now. I guess the Rise of Resistance is the big thing that they've been kind of pushing at Walt Disney World, that was going to push attendance. But now the word is that's going to be delayed, but they don't want to make that announcement yet. It's just it's really bad. I think it's worse than even I thought it would be at this point, because I thought that the general public would probably eat this up, because I even talked about this a while back where I was like, the theme park crowd is a little different than the movie going crowd, you know, because it's not like you're basing your entire vacation off of Star Wars land or the Land of Avatar or the Toy Story expansion. It's kind of the entire scope of Walt Disney World or Disneyland. You're going to be at a theme park, but it seems like even though people go to these places in swarms, they're avoiding Galaxy's Edge like the plague. And it's hilarious to me. Because you have the people there. The people are on property. You have the people there. They're there. They're at Walt Disney World. They're staying there. Their hotels are still doing great. There's a ton of people there. They're just not going to Star Wars land.
You have to pay extra for it, right?
No. It's part of your daily pass to Hollywood Studios.
Oh shit! And it's still that empty. I thought it was because it was an extra fee.
Yeah, it's just part of the Hollywood Studios theme park. It's just an expansion that they had, but yeah, it's unbelievable. And what's so bad about it is Universal has done such a phenomenal job with Harry Potter, and it directly came from Disney leaks and stuff that Disney was really hopeful that the Star Wars project would really offset some of that market share that Universal has taken from them. They're never going to catch Walt Disney World in terms of just sheer attendance. It's just not possible. But the market share, Universal has been eating away at their market share for the past 4 years in Orlando. I don't know about California, but in Orlando they've been eating at that market share big time. and they were hoping that Star Wars Land would kind of stop the bleeding, and it appears that it's not stopping the bleeding, which is a big problem for them.
I'd rather go to Universal, like, to be perfectly honest, because at least they have like the monster stuff there in October.
Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like someone said in the chat, I mean, Nintendo World is coming to Universal at some point.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be incredible.
We should do like a fandom menace, like the creators all get together and go to that at one point, because I want to go experience Nintendo World.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Yes.
Someone in the chat said once Star Wars started getting run by chicks, you could expect bleeding.
Yeah.
No, that's a funny joke.
See, so I have a serious question for you.
That wasn't somebody in the chat. I just said that.
No, like seriously though, like if people are groaning, like, "Oh no, it's inappropriate." No, that's okay.
You should have just ran with it. And every time you had something inappropriate to say, Cecil, you're like somebody in the chat, and all show we're just thinking somebody in the chat. These people are assholes. The whole time they're just making shit up.
Dude, that's what, like, offensive humor can be funny sometimes, or sometimes, like, I guess a little less than sensitive humor. I guess I should say. Like,
I am absolutely doing that next time I live stream, and I have something kind of mildly inappropriate to say, but I don't want to think it's always coming from me. I'm stealing Cecil's idea. I'm saying, man, somebody in the chat just said.
Screw it, I'll say it. I take full credit.
Who's the next person on this picture to turn into a Force ghost?
Billy D.
Yeah.
You really think so?
Wait, did Harrison Ford stop flying?
Oh, that's so true.
Harrison's he's never going anywhere. He's invincible.
You say that now, like 3 days from now, it's like Hollywood actor Harrison Ford. It's like, no. If that happens, I'm blaming you.
You should blame yourself. You're the one that said it happened in 3 days.
It'd be weird if I had that superpower. It's like, yeah, Jeff, whenever you say someone's going to die, they're going to die. It's like,
Yeah, that's true.
Billy D's been living on a diet of Colt 45s for the last 40 years. We've got to give.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, he's got the cane.
Cane doesn't mean anything.
I know, but he doesn't look like he's in good shape. He looks like he's in rough shape compared to the other guys.
Somebody in the chat said it's because he's black. No, they didn't. I just made that up. So.
Jesus. Wow, Jeremy, thank you. We got 2,000.
You gotta let it hang a little longer before we confess. Not that I would have confessed him. I would have left that on the chat.
See, it'll be Mark Hamill dying of a broken heart.
Oh no, that was poignant.
That'll kill me. Like, oh, you see the look at his face when he had to drink that soy milk stuff that they had at Galaxy's Edge. And apparently, one of my regular viewers, Chef Carolyn, she said her wife actually got sick off of the milk because it's got some weird allergen in there. Like they don't even have allergy warnings for their blue milk there. So there's just one more thing on top of one more thing on top of one more thing. People are reporting allergies from it.
The secret ingredient is semen.
Oh God!
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's too secret.
I meant someone in the chat said.
Oh, Cecil.
Jeremy demonetizes streams faster than Cecil. Look, at least I don't ban streams like some people on this stream. Okay. EVS.
Yeah.
What happened?
What?
Go ahead.
Wait,
EVS.
what?
No. At least I don't get streams banned like some people.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look, it was an accident. You know, we were just watching Charlie XCX video. And,
if EVS ever says share my screen, Jeff, don't do it. Do not. You need to vet him.
You got a block from showing a video?
Yeah, I know. I didn't really get it. Like, it was just a music video accidentally came on, like a real one. And they immediately they kind of just shut down the stream, and that was it. And then the guy got a strike, which made him unable to stream for 3 months.
The sound wasn't on.
The sound wasn't on. It was
sound was on, and we were pausing it, and we were talking about it. So I feel like he could have fought it.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he challenged it?
He deleted it. And once you do that, it's like
It's over. Yeah, it's done if you do that.
Mm.
Well, EVS did a great job of bringing you on his channel and closing that campaign out, though. So
The campaign did great. We raised $20,000, and in just one evening.
Comicsgate is dead. He went $70,000 up from his last campaign.
It was amazing. It was amazing, and it's all because we are resisting these people, these women who keep making our Star Wars aliens into penises. And I'm telling you, there was a better time. Do you guys remember Starship Troopers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
would you like more?
I mean, this is, see what I'm saying? You have to share my screen.
That's the one that sucks your brains out.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, you know how you keep talking about pork wallets?
That's a healthy pork wallet right there.
Yeah, well, this is a pork wallet. Actually found one.
It's got a zipper and everything.
Oh no!
Nice. Now we got to find the twat waffle.
I'll look.
Just don't look for a blue one. Don't.
Yeah. God, why am I so vulgar? I was like, I was like, I'm going to sleep. I got to take a little bit of a nap. I spent the entire day, signing Cyberfrog books, packing them up and mailing them out. I mean, many Cyberfrog books went out today, and I kind of passed out. And my wife was like, "Hey, Ethan, the High Council's on. They have 1,500 people. Wake up!" And I was like, "Oh, what?" And I just came downstairs and immediately came down to be a part of this show and to be with you guys. So I might be a little groggy, but it's just because I've been packing up Cyberfrog comics all day long, and they're beautiful. People are going to get them tomorrow.
I came on because I was like, well, man, EVS isn't there. Because I told Jeff earlier I wasn't going to be here. And I was like, I probably won't be here for the next month, even though I quit already. But so then I was like, man, EVS is probably busy with Cyberfrog. So I joined, and then Cecil, took all of my thunder. Like, couldn't give me 5 minutes, Cecil, to kind of like be like thinking I'm important enough before you came in here.
I apologize.
It's all right. I'll get over it. It was a little hurtful, Cecil, but
Yeah.
I'm.
Can I hurt you more?
Oh God, sure. Why
Look
not?
at the screen. Solo, a Star Wars story spinoff reportedly headed to Disney Plus.
Yes.
Oh,
How do you feel about this? Your favorite Star Wars film was Solo, right? Isn't that what somebody told me once?
Talking to me?
No, I said Ethan.
Oh,
yeah. What an amazing film that was. What a cinema verite. It was the story of my life. Amazing.
Who do you identify with the most in that film?
I think I identified with the mud that Chewbacca and Han Solo were wrestling in, just before they had a nice hot shower together. It was a perfect film all the way through. It's amazing that 7 people bungled it to pull it together. What a product. I'm so glad. So that's going to be on. So they finally got the rights to, their own movies, for broadcast.
Yeah.
A fun fact during that shower scene, Chewbacca got mud on his helmet.
Was that why they had to shower off together?
What is happening?
it's so pathetic.
Look, they're trying to spin that Solo has become a cult favorite. And Disney is going to capitalize on its newfound popularity by continuing the story on their own streaming platform.
Oh my God.
Just because there are groups of people who all believe the same thing, who meet together in a room to watch that and kill themselves, doesn't make it a cult favorite. That's just because it's like Jonestown doesn't mean it's a cult favorite.
You just gave Zoe Quinn an out.
Shit!
She's gonna be like, he was watching Solo.
Yeah.
He texted me. He said, I'm sitting down to watch Solo. Next thing I know, he's dead. The reason Solo failed and was the only Star Wars movie to lose money is because there was no C-3PO. It was the only Star Wars movie with no C-3PO.
Well, yeah, you're right. But Tony Daniels was still in it. He played a different droid.
Who's Tony Daniels? Who cares? I want C-3PO.
Yeah.
What ruined it for me was that SJW bot.
Yeah.
And that was all Kathleen Kennedy's idea.
Yeah, that bot was horrible. And that bot, of course, It's funny. It's like these people all know each other. They all kind of work together. It's this incestuous SJW thing in Hollywood. That the woman who played that robot is the same woman who was given the screenplay to punch up for the new James Bond movie, and then added the idea that 007 is now a black woman. She added that. And then hired who was it? Is it Tessa Thompson that's going to be
Lashana Lunch Lady looking Lynch?
Oh, Lashana Lynch. Ugh.
Yeah. People got mad at me for saying she kind of has that's off into the distance, like 1,000-yard stare where she looks like she's at a menial job like fast food, and they're like, "Oh, you're a racist." I worked fast food. I've worked menial jobs. I had that stare. What are you talking about? It's like, no, I can't. I don't think she's pretty enough to be a Bond girl, let alone James Bond. Like, and James Bond's a man. Just stop. James Bond's a man.
Of course.
It's male fantasy. And
if only there was someone who would make something where they take female characters and turn them into hyper masculine characters.
Oh, that's a great idea, Cecil.
What?
How about if you and I get together and create something called Rainbow the Brew?
We
crowdfund it together.
Sounds good.
That's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Nice segue, Cecil.
So are we gonna be excited for this? No.
I am.
For Rainbow Brew? Yeah.
Solo.
I will say in some ways, and I don't mean is in cut and dry as it's going to sound at face value, but in some ways Solo was worse than The Last Jedi simply because it did not even make me mad or sad. It was so irrelevant to me. I watched it so far removed from when it released because someone sent me a copy of it, and I didn't even watch the Blu-ray that they sent me. I actually was just I was sick one night in a hotel, and I just said, you know what? It was on Netflix. I started watching it, and it was so boring and forgettable. And I don't even think I finished it. And it didn't even make me feel anything other than this movie's just forgettable. I don't even remember it. I remember how they gave him a stupid name. I remember the SJW robot, but
Jeremy, I relate so much to that story because every movie I rent at a hotel, I never finish either. I only watch like 3 minutes.
Oh man! Well, if I would have rented one of those movies, it would have been far more enjoyable, Cecil. But yeah, man, so bad. Jeremy didn't finish Solo in a hotel room. That's the new meme right there. That is the new meme right there. This might be the most use we've gotten out of Solo yet. The meme that we can create. Go ahead, Mecca.
No, it wasn't that memorable of a movie. I mean, with all of the reshoots and like they tried to throw like 3 different movies in there. It wasn't even bad enough to be angry at. It was just forgettable.
But what about Therm?
Well, yeah, and Therm Scissor Punch, they could have done something with him, right? Like, he was the most interesting thing in that movie, and we barely saw him. It's like, no, you got me all excited because, you almost made me go to Denny's to get these cards. I almost ordered one on eBay.
Yeah. I got your back. I've still got, I was there. I ate like 20 breakfasts so that I could have the whole set. And I kept them. So, and I was hoping Therm Scissor Punch was very hard to get. Very hard to get, so I had to keep eating Grand Slam breakfast.
Had to or got to?
You should have got Moons Over My Hammy.
Let's go Moons
for my hammy. Yes.
Solo
was just like a bizarre, weird dream for me. I went.
It was a stupid train heist movie with like. The big shocking reveal is that the supervillain is a 16-year-old, Maya Rudolph.
Yes, exactly.
And it was like, wah, wah. And then I guess the what's his name, Darth Maul at the end. I want to see him with his what is he? What kind of legs does he have? Just spider legs? Someone said.
Well, from the Clone Wars, he had some robotic legs and spider legs at one point. It's changed over a couple times, but I don't even remember
But he didn't get his legs chopped off. He had his torso cut
right
in half.
Yeah, that's like your stomach would like.
They're all
I'm trying to remember. Do we even see his legs in that scene?
Yeah, it's a direct ripoff from the Rutger Hauer film Blind Fury, where he cuts the dude in half. It's almost shot exactly the same, where he cuts off and as he's falling, he starts to separate.
It's so amazing how much I've forgotten about Solo. I don't even really remember that scene. And I only saw that scene because I didn't finish the movie. I saw the scene on a YouTube leak or something because I saw that well before I sat down to watch the movie.
Oh, so he has robo legs. I want if he had spider legs in this next Solo thing, I would tune in to watch that. Wouldn't
he had spider legs originally when they on the Clone Wars, and it was freaky. That was a really dark scene. That's something you'll never see on Disney Plus or whatever. But
it'd be cool if he came.
It was really, that scene in the Clone Wars was awesome. But now we've got the Disney-fied version. So,
well, I hope that this never gets made, and I hope that Darth Maul doesn't come back if it does get made. And if we have to see Darth Maul one last time, I hope he dies in the Obi-Wan series. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Darth Maul has no dick for sure.
Well, just like Darth Vader. If you're a Sith Lord and you look cool, you don't have a penis.
I feel like the Emperor's got something going on.
Dude, it got ripped off.
It got ripped off?
I don't know. Maybe Mace Windu kicked him in it too hard.
Yeah, but
the best Star Wars thing. Speaking of Mace Windu, that video that guy made that Disney tried to take down, that was fucking great. Just hire that guy. Remember, he did the video of Darth Vader, and at the end it was like, you have to go find Mace Windu, like he lived, because that scene where he gets thrown out the window, like he has a purple lightsaber and he lived.
Oh, you're talking about like a fan film.
Yeah, it was excellent though. Well, it was, and Disney tried to shut it down after he got permission from Disney. Then they shut it down because even though he hired an orchestra to do similar music but not the same, but they
the Star Wars Explained guy or whatever.
What was it called? Somebody in the
You're saying Star Wars Theory in chat.
Yeah, Star Wars Theory.
Yeah, that guy.
By the way, I'm trying to interrupt, but Darth Maul's dead. You died in Rebels. Obi-Wan did it, and it was the second best episode of Rebels. And it was a damn good death.
What's the best one?
The best one is Twilight of the Apprentice, which is Ahsoka and Vader.
Okay. I have yet to watch any Rebels outside of
Rebels is not great. It just has great moments. It has some extremely amazing episodes that stand out, but there's a lot of filler and a lot of bullshit to get through. But there are some exceptional episodes that play some big parts into canon.
My favorite episode was City on the Edge of Forever, because Spock he had to pretend he was Chinese.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
By the way, Sketch Therapy, you can't join our channel because YouTube does not allow that option. So that is not I choose not to let people join and give the emojis and all the fun stuff. I just have not been afforded that luxury.
Why? You have how many thousands of you? 135,000 subs. Why can't you?
You know as well as I do. You don't.
I wonder if it's because I'm going to assume Jeremy probably came over from gaming as well. I had it from gaming way back when, and I had that little switch option to turn on. But I was one of the first people who had it because I think you got it at 3,000 if you were a gaming channel back then.
Talking about the join button?
Yeah, the join button. It was sponsors back then.
I'm not sure when I got it. And then it's just funny how it's like even like Nerdrotic live streams and Jeff live streams a hell of a lot more than a lot of other channels. Yet these other channels have it and these guys don't. It's strange.
See, that's what I was thinking. It was something that came in if you got grandfathered in with gaming, because I think Mahler has it as well, right? And the quartering.
I don't know if Mahler has
How do you declare yourself for a gaming channel?
I started out as that like way back when, so it's in the little categories for entertainment.
You can just list yourself as the type of channel you want to be.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go back and edit that?
Probably. I think I'm entertainment now.
Yeah, I changed mine over to entertainment, but I was grandfathered in. So
What would your channel be called? Cecil Plays?
He still plays with himself.
What's the first game you're going to play with yourself to?
I don't know. I don't really do that. I'll do Minecraft, I guess. I've never played a single minute of it. I'm not good at sports.
I would think genital jousting would be up your alley.
I hope I get a soundbite of Mecha Random saying that.
It depends what the general looks like.
Oh, it's a stupid game. You're kind of a penis, and you have to enter the butthole of the other penis. It's just a penis and a butthole. It's one of those games that got banned on Twitch, but it's kind of ridiculous.
I understand why.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But then again, I play games where you just grab girls.
That's a real game you're talking about?
It's a real game. Oh, it is. I don't know if you would get banned for showing a clip of it, but you can definitely look it up. It's on Steam.
Well, there's no better time to find out than right now. EVS, pull that up.
I'm good. You guys can just Google it yourself.
Ethan has Steam, right? You still remember? What's it called? General Butthole?
Genital jousting.
Oh,
Oh,
general.
God.
I thought you said general.
Genital jousting.
No, I mean, you know.
Great.
Let me see what the chat's saying at some of the super behind. By the way, we have 2,025 people watching. What's our thumbs up? We got going.
898. We'll smash the melee. We need 102 more melees to get a good morning pop culture. So
On
make that happen.
Thursday. It won't be tomorrow because I have something I have to do in the morning, but it'll be Thursday morning. So if you guys want a morning show from me, it'll be Thursday from what do we do at 8 till 10:30 or 11, something like that. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll play catch up. It'll be I'll be on camera too since I got a new webcam now. Let's see. Echo Base Network says, tag me and coach. EVS is slipping. LOL. Well, EVS made it here, Echo Base Network. The Fixer says, glad I made it early today, Jeff. You managed to catch the first episode of Man in the High Castle, like you said. If so, what did you think? I have not had a chance to watch it. I had a very busy weekend, but I'm taking another screenshot of your super chat so I don't forget because there may be a little bit of time before I try to see Rambo this weekend that I can catch it. So the Fixer, thank you. That has been screenshotted, and I will check it out and let you know. Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pop, says, just bought a bootleg of a NECA 78 Myers. It'll be interesting to see if it's better than the original one once I get it. Pop gay. You know, one day I'm just going to mail this dude like 1,000 Funko Pops of Rose Tico. Or would you rather have Ethan?
Let's see if I could have any pop.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. I think they're awful. All of them are awful. I have like I don't know. I have maybe one or two in my office, and it's one or two too many pops. I'm not sure. Let me think about it a little bit.
What if Funko came to us tomorrow and says, Fandom Menace, we like what you do, and we want to make you into Funko Pops? Would you do it?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Absolutely.
Ethan, I can tell you're tired. How many books did you sign today?
I don't want to say a lot.
How many?
More than 1,000, less than 5,000.
Signed 1,000 books. He's got to be exhausted. And to anybody in West Virginia that worked in a mine today, go fuck yourself, you pussy.
I was signing for between the hours
signed
of
1,000 things today.
No, more than that. But like between the hours of 10 and I finally came home at 5 o'clock. And yeah, I got to admit, I got a long way to go. I got 10 more days like this. I mean, the thing about it is what's astonishing about, a campaign like this, when you see all of those books piled up, you realize it's overwhelming. And then you realize this is still a short run. The idea of having 30,000 copies of Cyberfrog Blood Honey out there, that is a scarce book by any standard, and I'm touching and signing every single one of them. It is overwhelming, and it's still a low print run. So I got 9 more days just like that. I came home just exhausted and wiped out and stupid. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to hang in as best as I can. But yeah, you're right. I'm not very sharp right now. I'm pretty dumb.
Do you want to know who you should hire to get you through this ordeal?
Who?
Stanley's daughter.
Get back to work.
She'll fucking have you signing.
Yeah. Dude, it is. You know what's weird is like about 3/4 of the way through, I forgot how to sign my name. It's like it becomes an automatic thing. Like, it's an automatic series of strokes that you do. And then I forgot how to do it. And I had to remind myself. It was really bizarre. I've never done a signing like this before. It's incredible. Get ready. You're going to have to do it too, Jeff.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have more stuff planned in the future to do, so that'll be great.
You're going to do this forever.
I'm going to learn it with my left hand so I can, work with the right one and do with the left. So
get it. Do it twice as get it twice as get it done twice as fast. See what I mean? Okay.
Have you ever? Well, you wouldn't know, but he's locally. But there's this guy. He's a caricature artist that draws it with both of his hands. It's ridiculous to watch how fast this guy goes. I wish I had the speed.
Yeah, I saw that guy on YouTube. He draws, at the same time with both hands, and it's like fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Our friend Rum Runner says, my Uncle Dave said that Solo is his second favorite Star Wars movie next to A New Hope. We are committing this man to a mental institution.
As you should.
My Uncle Dave. Kevithar113 with a giant super chat says, good evening, High Council and all the toxic brood. To the death of fun in Star Wars. Looking forward to all the great guests. Jeremy, you guys fine. Jeff, we're still waiting for that Patreon alternative. Yeah. What are they called? Oh fuck. What's the one that's
Subscribe Star?
Yeah, Subscribe Star. They're finally getting back to me. So as soon as I can get them to approve the changes, I'm technically on there. But you gotta get some kind of approval thing from them. So as soon as I can get that taken care of, you guys will get that. And we have offered a new video tier on Patreon, so that'll be over there as well. Jonathan Brainerd says, no, nobody is worse than Rey. I agree. She's the worst Star Wars character and the worst protagonist of a film. Samurai Cop has agency. Rey does not. JRPG Projects says, at least Yoda was in The Last Jedi. He's not even in Galaxy's Edge.
Sad. It's pathetic.
Why don't they pull a Hall of Presidents and have Force Ghosts appear at the end of the ride? That'd be cool.
Because that would be cool, exactly. And Disney's not into doing stuff that makes sense in reference to Star Wars.
Mark Andre Plant says, Rey a badass? For me, I take her as a prostitute.
What?
I just read it, man. I don't know. Modalicious says Funko Pops are for hipster bros and normie Asians. What? That's oddly specific.
By the way, Jeff, any dreams you've had of being on SNL are over as of right now.
Yeah, I maybe in the future as a guest. I got some stuff planned, but I don't ever want to be a cast member. I don't want to live in New York ever.
You can live in Jersey with me, and then you can commute.
Fine. Let me do a couple more books, and I'll become your neighbor, and then I'll commute into New York and go on SNL.
Yes.
That'll be my tour.
What's wrong with New York? It's fun.
It's just too busy for me, man.
And you were in Hell's Kitchen. It was quiet over there.
Yeah, but I also like to drive, and to have a car in New York was just impractical.
Get a scooter.
You've met me. Scooters aren't in my future. Maybe like a quad bike, but can I ride that on the sidewalk?
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't.
Well, how many people ride tractors down the street? I'm sure you'd be fine.
Well, it was the mayor, Bill de Blasio. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Are you friends with him? Can you hook me up with a special pass?
He'll like you. He's like 6'5" too.
Oh, cool. We can
Yeah.
agree over, the world's too small for people like us.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is he running for president? I don't even know. I've been out in Long Island for too long. Now I'm in the boroughs. I'm in Brooklyn.
I don't even follow anything that's going on right now. So you could tell me that Johnny Knoxville's running for president. I'd Google it, but I could believe you for a brief second before I looked it up. See, Jay Reyes, TBN46 says, got drunk, still couldn't watch Captain Marvel. Well, I did, and I did. Down Forward Punch, welcome back. He says, episode 9 will have Rose Tico Bukkake scene. That burlap sack will come in handy.
Wow.
Wow, this is dirty tonight.
Wait, what was that? What happened? Reread that one.
There's a Rose Tico Bukkake scene.
I don't think there is. You know what? I actually looked up Kelly Marie Tran to see her other movies. You know, she didn't do much before Star Wars The Last Jedi. She was just on some TV shows. But she did do a short film in which she portrayed a masseuse. And I watched that one with great interest.
Here is something. I just Googled Rose Tico Bukkake, and Google gave me recipe for egg drop soup.
Ew.
What a big glitch.
Weird. So are you. Let's see. Salvador says, your awards for bad cinema should be called the bullshit bouquets, and just wanted to let you know we're all counting on you. Moisten the muff button. Well, I'm sure we're almost at that 1,000 thumbs up, Salvador. So
We're past it.
Oh, we're past it? Okay. Thursday morning, folks, 8 a.m.-ish, maybe 7:45. You'll get a good morning pop culture. So you made it happen. I'll make it happen. JRPG Project says, if Disney messes up a theme park, don't hold your breath for any shows being good. The theme parks are what Disney is known for.
It's true.
Modalicious also says, where are the new trilogy video games? Not one.
That's true. Outside the Lego games. That's true. I haven't even thought about that. That's amazing.
Well, I have a few pinball tables, but they put it for everything, you know, everything Marvel, everything Star Wars. So,
you know, the Disney theme parks are so powerful. Like, think about this. I think Disney's biggest franchise was Pirates of the Caribbean, which was just a movie based on a ride.
mm-hmm.
That has to be their best franchise, right?
I mean, original franchise. If you take like the Marvel and Star Wars and all that,
I'm talking about a Disney franchise that didn't purchase.
I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, I would have to say that would probably have to be. That would definitely be at the top, I would think. I mean, because that first movie just did insane, and after that, I mean, even the rest of the movies weren't that great, but they still made like billions of dollars every time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like Cecil said, based off of a boat ride. That's it, you know.
Yeah, a boat ride where you could watch pirates try to rape chicks.
Yeah,
they took that out. I heard. I haven't been.
They've changed a lot. They've changed a lot on Pirates, you know, and even there's so many things that they've bent the need for. So, but yeah, I mean, the point is like the theme parks are they're especially Walt Disney World is the biggest draw, and nobody cares about Star Wars there. It represents exactly what they've done to this franchise. Not even the general public cares about this shit anymore. That's how turned off they've made everybody. It's unbelievable.
It is. And I keep trying to think of a bigger Disney property that's not acquired. So I can't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's Pirates has got to be right there. I mean,
because do we count like Pixar movies? Those are separate, right?
Yeah, I'd say those are separate. I mean, because that's still an acquired company that they picked up.
An original property. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Pirates has to be their biggest.
Yeah.
I mean, they screwed up on Tron, so.
Oh, they're opening up a Tron World, I heard.
There's a Tron attraction that they're building at the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. They already have one in one of the foreign Disney parks.
Why are they... Nothing. They're saying that I'm snoring, that I'm playing Stroker in the chat right now. I'm not playing Stroker. I'm watching 5 seconds of Kelly Marie Tran's excellent acting performance outside of Star Wars, and people are not familiar with it. A lot of people are not impressed with Kelly Marie Tran's performance as Rose Tico, and that's because they don't know any better. Right on IMDb, they've got Kelly Marie Tran. Right here, and I'm just going to give you just 5 seconds of this. This will not
do it, Jeff.
This will not get your channel struck. This is just 5 seconds of Kelly Marie Tran's brilliant acting.
I'll give you 5 seconds of Ray on a slab, and it'll get your channel taken down.
Not at all.
This is how it happens, Jeff. This is how it happens.
No. All right, ready? Here we go.
The fuck is this?
I can't see nothing.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening.
Can you see it?
Look at the bottom of the screen. We can all see it if we look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, you're not even sharing it. Other people can't see it. All right, that's fine. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, and you gotta
guys-
share the audio too, right?
Oh wait, I got the audio going. I
Okay.
hit the button for audio. Share
Oh yeah,
audio.
yeah. I think Jeff has to share it to us.
Oh, all right. Yeah, look, I'm trying to show you. This is 10 seconds of Rose Tico's.
That's not Rose Tico.
No, it isn't. This is Rose Tico's roommate. So this is like basically this movie's called Untouchable. That's what it's called, and it's living with Tico. So watch this. Okay, ready?
Run away from this awful place on a carpet made of freshly skinned
What
jaguars.
is this? This is
Well,
What
she's
year?
cute.
She's adorable.
By the
Right.
way, this is an episode of Degrassi Junior High.
But it's Rose Tico. It is Rose Tico.
That just shows you how terrible Ryan Johnson is. He made her the most unlikable character ever.
And she's charming, isn't she?
She absolutely. I've always thought Kelly Marie Tran came off as just a sweetheart of a person with a bubbly personality and very likable. And Ryan Johnson turned her into that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good job, Roundhead.
Unfortunately lame.
Yeah.
I love her, and I've loved her for a long time.
We always say that like that's kind of the rule, is that the actors didn't write the movies. You've got to go to the people who wrote and directed these things.
See, so can I just say I'm tempted to like find a way to visit you again because you and the guys and a couple bottles of booze be the best day ever. We got a day drink though. Ethan's got to come up. We'll make a whole thing out of it.
There's a New York Comic Con in a month.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could go, but I have to perform a wedding the next weekend, so I can't.
Are you a minister?
I am now.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's my certificate? No, that's not it. Hold on.
Sweet.
I'm dropping stuff. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. Cecil, I'll tweet you a picture of it.
Okay.
Let's see. Kyler Coates says, Mecca, I know it's your blind spot.
circumcisions?
Say what?
Do you do circumcisions?
I am not a rabbi.
Huh.
Sorry. Plus,
I think that would be a moil too, right?
oil,
Specifically.
whatever. I'm not qualified. And I let's see. Kyler Coates says, Mecca, I noticed your Blind Guardian shirt / hoodie in a video the other day. What's your favorite song? Mine's either Holy Grail or Majesty.
Oh, Majesty's good. A favorite song would probably be like the acoustic version of Mordred's song, like the remake that they did the acoustic version of. So, yeah, huge Blind Guardian fan.
I've never heard of them.
They're kind of a power metal band. Sometimes they'll do like I guess the best way to describe them would be like Hey Nani Nani songs sometimes, but they're very heavy. They're very melodic metal. They're from Germany. They they have a whole album where they do the Lord of the Rings as a heavy metal album, kind of songs inspired by and about like kind of that fantasy stuff. They're really cool. I like them, but I'm kind of a metalhead sometimes though.
So you're their female fan. That's cool.
I probably was the only female in the audience when I saw them, yeah. But to be fair, it was a club of like 100 people instead of, the month before, where they had played Wacken in front of like 1 million people.
What
So
do they call it? It sounds like Girl Poison, like aerosol Girl Poison that could just be dropped from planes.
well, I think that was Vixen, right?
Heavy metal playing what Hobbit songs?
It's not like that at all. They're much more incredible than I give them
the
credit.
audience with 70,000 guys that just came from their D&D fucking group.
It kind of is. It kind of is the D&D crowd. They have the Bard song, and they're really cool though. I like them. So.
Here's my holy trinity of Girl Poison: Monty Python, Rush, and Dungeons and Dragons. I think that those three things, that's like the holy trinity of like girl repellent.
See, I like Rush quite a bit, and I love Monty Python.
Well, I like Rush too. I'm just saying.
But I can kind of
like any of that shit.
No, they usually don't. I'm kind of the oddball, so. But I also like Star Wars.
In the limelight. Yeah, it was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Jeremy, I still haven't watched Lord of the Rings.
I'm out. I'm done. And I have time for the High Council, but you don't have time for the Lord of the Rings.
The High Council is a 2-hour show at best. The Lord of the Rings is what, 15 hours?
Something like it's like 37 hours. If you
A year of my life, Jeremy. Okay, I'm going to commit a year of my life to 3 films.
that's just
That
listen to
sounds
the
about right.
album. You don't have to watch the movies. Just listen to the album. It pretty much sums it all up.
Well,
Just change the speed you're viewing at so that they're doing like a light jog. A light jog would have taken at least a movie and a half off. Just a light jog.
I'm nervous because I picked up the Blu-ray and it says Extended Edition Part 1, Part 2. These are Blu-ray discs, mind you. Most movies fit on one Blu-ray disc. The miniseries fits on one disc. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship is 2 discs, plus the appendices, Jesus, Part 2, Part 3. There's a lot of Lord of the Rings. Obi-Wan, thank you so much, but...
Yeah, hey, Dr. Coffin just said it. We're not asking you to read the damn books. That's what exactly. We're just asking you to watch the movies. And 14, 15 hours of some of the greatest films ever made is not a lot to ask.
No,
I'm just worried I'm not going to like them and people are going to hate me.
Jeremy's right. If you don't have time to watch the movies, just read the books.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just listen to the album. You don't even need to watch the movies.
Is there like a 5-minute version that someone can send me on YouTube? I'd gladly watch that one.
I mean, if you want to watch that little clip from Clerks 2, that'll kind of sum it up for you.
Oh, then I know the whole story. They just walk, trees walk, drop in a volcano. Cool.
Even the fucking trees walked in those movies.
My favorite line of that movie, there's only one return, and it ain't of the king, it's of the Jedi.
Yep, that's great.
Let's see. Our friend Tim Briggs says Star Wars is pure Hollywood superficialism. Copy/pasted plot points. Star Wars and name-only movies. Toys with bad molds, articulation, but Star Wars logos. A crap mall and an amusement park with a Star Wars paint job. All surface, no depth, no soul.
Yep.
Yes.
It's true. No, real quick, since we have like 2,000 people watching nearly, now we need to take the Jeremy has time for whatever, not the height. Now it's Jeff has time for enter whatever you want to say, but not time to watch Lord of the Rings. We need to have that as the new thing that you guys are flooding chats with.
Jeff has time for Captain Marvel, but not Lord of the Rings. God damn it! God damn it.
Yes, yes. Hashtag cancel Jeff. Jeremy Fry Russian approved says hashtag cancel Jeff. Thank you. Finally, some of the heat is taken off me. I'm good with that. Actually, no, I'm jealous. I want you guys, canceling me again. Holy shit.
Let's see. Hey, Salvador.
Look at the spam in the chat. Holy hell.
Salvador, we need you to help with some of the spam, brother.
Your address, by the way.
Let's see. Let's get these bots taken. Jeff has time for Jeff has time for. Yeah, where is the mod? Sal, I know you're in here, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's see.
Am I a mod on your channel? I'm not. That's probably for the best.
Yeah, why the hell did I make you a mod on mine, Cecil? What the hell was I thinking? I don't have a drunk excuse either.
There we go.
Meth works fine as an excuse. But
see. He's taking care of business. I see him going away slowly.
Cecil's mod me.
Thank you, Salvador. Anyway, I'll give me your best Jeff has time for, but not Lord of the Rings, and I will fucking.
Jeff has time for Jesse, but not for Lord of the Rings.
Hey, she is thousands of miles away.
I think she's a lot better than Lord of the Rings, though.
She loves Lord of the Rings.
Yep. Yeah, but she's better than. I would rather watch her than Lord of the Rings.
But you're like little Frodo every time you trek across all these miles to get to her. She's your Modor.
Aw.
Nice.
I hope that's a nice thing.
It is. He's your Sauron.
When you say Sauron, I think of the X-Men, that guy that's like a half pterodactyl, half whatever.
Yeah, Sauron.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Grimjoy says, Kylo, grandfather, I guess you hate lava more than you hate sand. Ha ha ha. Vader, lava is really hot. Sand, you little wussy boy. I would love to see an interaction between those two, only for like Kylo to realize that Darth Vader died a hero, and then Kylo offs himself.
Vader was never a hero. Who did he save? Wow, he saved his own son.
And
What
he
a
brought balance
hero.
back to the
He
Force.
blew an entire planet up of his daughters.
That was Grand Moff Tarkin, because Grand Moff Tarkin says, what about an alternative way of persuasion? And Vader goes, what do you mean? So Grand Moff Tarkin was the boss.
No.
Yes.
No, he could have stopped it. He didn't. He blew up his daughter's entire planet. By the way, I've already done a video on this, but she's a psychopath. She's hitting on a space pirate, and 20 minutes after her planet blows up, she's like, "Who are you?" Like,
Stress does
bitch,
crazy
every
things
piece
to
of
people.
literature your planet ever, it's gone. Everything's gone. Everybody you know, every museum, everybody, every pet, everything's gone. Oh, who's this guy in a vest? 20 minutes later, fucking shit. Then she's comforting fucking Luke. Hey, I'm sorry that guy died. Who was he? Oh, a hermit. I just met him today.
Well, to be fair, he was a good kisser, from what she said.
Hope he pulled her hair.
Nah, dude, the bun was too time consuming. We let it go. Jay Hando Force says, sup, Jeffs and Mecca. Smiley face Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Jeremy, you got that pre-ordered yet?
What's that? I was looking at your chat. It's out of control right now.
All the stupid bots.
What was the
The Lego Star Wars Saga edition.
Yeah, no, I've never played a Lego game.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I've heard they're pretty good. I might have played one on demo or something like that, but I've never owned one of them.
Taylor, I have a mod taking care of all the stuff. So
There's only one mod on duty.
yeah,
You gotta mod someone up.
when people say, "Oh, I'll come back and watch your stream later," it's like, you're a mod. Stay here. Oh God, they're going crazy. Jeff has time to go to White Castle, but not Lord of the Rings. Not true. I haven't been to White Castle in
By the way,
months. I don't like White Castle.
I've never been to a White Castle.
Well,
I kind of want to, but I don't know. I'm not like in a rush.
I have a story about White Castle.
okay.
It's a New York thing. I bought an Acura from my older brother, and I was cleaning it, and all of a sudden on the back panel I opened it, and there was like a compartment that I never knew was there. I had a car for over a year, and in that compartment was a full sack of White Castle burgers, and I took it out, and I called him up. I'm like, yo, there's a pack of fucking burgers in there. He's like, holy shit! We were going to a card game, and we went to White Castle, and when we got to the card game, everybody accused everybody else of forgetting it, and he's like, a fist fight broke out, a whole fucking thing. I was like, someone stuck it in this like hidden compartment in the back of the Acura. They were completely crystallized. They looked like they were made 5 minutes before. Everything was perfect. They didn't disintegrate at all. They turned to crystal. So that was that was it. I stopped eating White Castle. It was like they don't decompose at all. They just crystallize. We were throwing them against the ground, smashing them. They just like turned to dust.
Just what I want to put in my body. Yay. Well, let's see. Wow. The mods are out in full force right now. Holy shit.
Yes, I've told this story before. Oh, God. Everybody. Original content, Cecil.
There we go. Okay, crap. Stop moving. We got a super mod here now.
Jeff has time for Cecil stories, but not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because Cecil stories were, what was that, 3 minutes at best, man? Okay, this one hurts. Jeff has time to watch The Last Jedi twice, but not Lord of the Rings. And Solo. Ugh.
I
can
cannot
watch it
believe you
twice.
have not watched the Lord of the Rings yet. I mean, that is.
But just for the cultural references of fucking Gollum.
Lord of the Rings is. I mean, first of all, if you settle in and just watch that's a nice weekend. That's a weekend of you just kind of escaping, watching beautifully produced. Peter Jackson is a fantastic director, and those movies are worth every moment. I guess you would invest about a full day. 9 hours, maybe 10 or 11 hours.
He's got the extended version, so I think it's about 14.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, Jeff, treat yourself. And then watch The Hobbit, because I like The Hobbit too. I thought The Hobbit was good.
I did too. I like The Hobbit. I mean, to me, and they're not my favorite movies. The Lord of the Rings are not my favorite movies, but just objectively speaking, I think they're the best movies ever made.
Yeah,
Like they're phenomenal.
Look, we got a listener, Obi-Wan27883, who's invited me to his house to check it out. He's got a super awesome sound system. When I go out in January, I'll just go watch it with him.
When is Disney going to buy Lord of the Rings?
Hey, real quick, because Salvador says, "Quit putting them in timeout mods. Lay the ban hammer." Yeah, these people spamming the chat. I mean, I'm not trying to speak for Jeff, but I just think like, don't put them in timeout. They're not here to go, "Oh, sorry, you put me in timeout. Let me behave now." Ban them, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah, they're not here to. They won't apologize. Why? What are they doing in the chat?
Oh, they're spamming the shit out of the chat with some nonsense. I'm not going to repeat what they're saying because apparently they want this out there. So, but it's like some kind of thing has your address, has your IP. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, I see it now. I see
spamming
it.
the hell out of this chat.
One of them said something awful. They said you only had a slightly above average penis, John. Like,
Yeah, it's probably.
I don't want. You know what? I don't even want to give him credence. I don't.
Hey, look, it's above average. You know, I'm not saying I'm Jeff. I'm just saying I'm above average. You know, so.
Wow.
I'm glad I'm not in like the bathroom with you guys checking each other's stuff out.
we have never shared a bathroom. We've only shared a table once.
Well, he acts like he knows. He has knowledge of it.
We're not going to talk about this.
I mean, no judge.
Anyway, the listeners here do. The 2009 people here don't give a shit about this topic. They don't care. Let's see. Just ban the bots. I don't care. They can go away.
By the way, I have the Lord of the Rings comparison to Star Trek for like younger people. My nieces are about 10, and they'll watch the original trilogy of Star Wars. I cannot get them to watch the prequels at all. They zone out. Don't give a shit about Solo. Didn't give a shit about Force Awakens. I mean, barely in and out on that, but they'll sit and watch the entire Lord of the Rings, and they're like 10, 11. So
They're amazing. They really are.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying for like what grabs kids' attention, the new shit does not grab like young girls. Like I know they're catering as hard as they can for young girls. They don't give a fuck about Rey. They don't care. And I've tried. I honestly have like been like, oh, watch this. Is like, you know, the hero's the girl, and they're like walking out of the room, whatever. But they'll watch fucking Frodo all day long.
By the way, Jeff has time to compare sizes, but he doesn't have time for Lord of the Rings. That might be my favorite one.
I'm so happy that we have this moving now. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, well, at least, you know, never mind. We'll talk off air. I got a plan for something. Let's see. Where are we at? Adam Proctor says, did you ask what the second best 80s movie is? Says, we all back to the Future is the undisputed king of it. Oh, you meant to say we all know Back to the Future is the undisputed king of 80s flicks. Yes, I agree. Back to the Future is the best film of the 80s. I asked that when it was just Mecca and I, guys. What's the best film of the 80s?
Ghostbusters.
Empire.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, it's a great movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark is better than Empire Strikes Back. Just saying.
Mm-mm.
All right, my favorite 80s movie, though. I don't know if it's the best, but it's my favorite.
Splash.
Return of the Living Dead.
Ooh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great one.
That's great. Yeah, I have to admit, if we're talking about horror movies, there's so much good stuff. The Howling, the best werewolf movie ever made. You know, there are a lot of good. There's just a lot of good stuff in the 1980s.
Yeah, 80s is that's the. I mean, even the 90s too, but the 80s and the 90s are just on another level, man.
Yeah, but the 80s is the best decade for pop culture in general. Like music, movies, comics were great, all kinds of stuff. Maybe the gaming technology wasn't there like it was in the 90s.
Hey, but that's really what started. It was Nintendo back in the mid 80s is when they kind of started this. The industry died, and then Nintendo revived it, and that's what kind of took us into the 90s. So.
Right, look the list that the chat is giving from Temple of Doom, Back to the Future, Goonies, Teen Wolf, Evil Dead. I mean, Aliens.
Terminator.
It's fucking Caddyshack. Terminator, Ghostbusters, Predator. The Thing. It's just nonstop.
Mannequin. Hell yeah. Mannequin was awesome.
Are you a Hollywood fan?
Let's see.
Ferris Bueller.
Princess Bride, First Blood.
It's just nonstop.
Weekend at Bernie's was in the 90s, I think.
I think the first one's 1980 something.
It
I know
had
it's
been 89. It had
Yeah.
been 89.
Really? Okay.
RoboCop. I mean, it's insane. Just
Weekend at Bernie's is 1989.
Police Academy. Hell
weird,
yeah.
Weird
Oh,
Science.
no.
Big Trouble in Little China. They Live. Rocky.
G.I. Joe, the animated movie in 1987. Shout out if anybody hasn't said it yet. Yeah, Batman 89. Hell yeah.
It's a great movie. I was
Love
listening to the
Batman.
Prince soundtrack yesterday.
Batman 89 holds up so well. And I don't think people, I think a lot of people, and again, everybody knows I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but I think people don't appreciate how much Batman 89 actually holds up. Because they think back to Batman Forever and Batman and Robin and Batman Returns, but 89 is still great to this day.
I would just even like to go as far as to say Batman Forever is not perfect, but don't ever mistake it for Batman and Robin, because Batman and Robin is when it truly went off the rails. There are some moments in Batman Forever that are enjoyable.
I actually like Forever over Returns.
Same.
So
I don't like Batman Returns. People go, how do you dislike that movie? Well, watch it, and we'll do a watch along with me, and I'll go on why I hate this movie. Nobody wants that, but
Jeremy, I liked Mannequin too.
Mannequin's great.
It took away the stigma, associated with having sex with mannequins.
Dude, it was Kim Cattrall. Of course you're going to have sex with mannequins. And Christy Swanson was in the sequel.
I had dinner with her the other week. Not with her, but literally right next to her. It was weird. Because my friend's like, dude, it's Christy Swanson. I go, I don't care. I wanted to drink. But she was right there. We were at St. Elmo's in Indianapolis.
They Live, Roddy Piper.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, John Carpenter.
John Carpenter's one of the greatest directors of all time.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I've never seen that, but I've always seen it. I've seen it. I saw it every time I went to Blockbuster.
Yeah, I have a t-shirt.
You should go listen to the theme song.
Oh, the Dickies. Yeah, the Dickies is a punk band who did the theme song. They're actually really great. You can just watch Killer Clowns for free on YouTube.
Somebody got their money's worth on that super chat.
Shining Thing, Blade Runner. And people are just going crazy. Pet Sematary.
Wait, somebody just said Raiders of the Lost Ark was in the 70s, not the 80s. No, 1981. Yep. June of 1981.
Look, Gary's in the chat. Hi, Gary.
He is our newest mod.
Chud.
So, by the way, thank you, Gary, for stepping in, man. You are greatly appreciated.
Brother Gary, what's up, my friend? I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, all the Conan movies, every Eddie Murphy movie that mattered.
Yeah.
All the Lethal Weapon series, the ones that mattered. It was, damn.
You don't like Lethal Weapon 3 and 4?
They're okay, but I mean, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 are fucking perfect movies.
I think 2's the best.
2's the best of the whole series.
I love the ending. You know he was supposed to die, right? Riggs. And that one, that's why the shot that they actually show at the end when you hear him laughing, that was like from the alternate ending where he dies in the shipping crate.
Yeah, it would have been cool if he died. They could have ended it there, but then we wouldn't have got Jet Li and Chris Rock and Joe Pesci. Well, Joe Pesci was in 2, right?
Yeah, Leo Getz was in number 2.
So, Jeff, somebody said WrestleMania 3. Yes, I respect that.
It makes me so sad that building is gone.
Is that the one with Liberace?
That was Hogan.
That was
and
1.
Andre.
He was at WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, 3 was Hogan and Andre.
Liberace main event in WrestleMania. Who would he fight? Adrian Adonis?
Adrian Adonis is my favorite wrestler of all time.
I can see why. Fortuitous Gaming says, what do you guys think about the SEC fraud investigations or the new ride updates that it's behind in crashing / Wi-Fi issues / mold rain damage? So Fortuitous Gaming, I believe we did briefly talk about the ride question which you asked, because it was news to me. Jeremy had more of a insight to that, but the SEC fraud filing, did I not say earlier in the year that though I could not prove anything, the Captain Marvel random $1 billion empty seats, all these rumors that came out is like, this just seems a little bizarre. And then I said, hey, when numbers and stuff come out, we'll look into it. Well, now numbers are out, and I'm getting back into looking into it. I don't think you could make baseless accusations that would reach this many people without getting sued. So there could be truth to it. I need to look more into it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Disney falsified some stuff. What do you guys say?
I think the ground is starting to shrink beneath them on a lot of things that they've had going on, and I think they've angered so many people now that we're probably going to start hearing some things. And maybe it's not as bad as some people are anticipating. But to not believe that there isn't some type of shadiness going on with a company this large is
no, they have to. They're basing the whole, especially now that Spider-Man's gone. They're putting all their chips on Captain Marvel. So
yeah.
Dude, in the video I'm working on for tomorrow, we got there's a list of 10 superheroes that people are speculating are going to take over for Spider-Man, and they're really dumb characters. Like one's Amadeus Cho Hulk, the other one's Miss Marvel, the other one is Nova. Kate Bishop.
They still have Fantastic Four and X-Men. I mean, so they could abandon ship on this bullshit and just go to the, give the fans what they want with X-Men and Fantastic Four.
But Cecil, as a comic guy, do you really think they're going to give the fans what they want in terms of X-Men? Because I just, we heard about the rumors of a Black Magneto and Professor X, which make no sense whatsoever. It's stupid swapping for no reason. Are they going to go the route where people will just be, everyone's happy? Or are they going to always have to make a slight alteration to piss off enough people?
Well, I would love to see the Black Magneto, because in New York we have these guys called the Black Israelites, and they like dress like Klingons and they scream at everybody on the street.
Yes. Did you see that video where they beat up a feminist?
It's great. Those guys are great.
I have to admit, I like that video as much as I hated what they were saying. This feminist got in their faces on the street. They had these kind of like Black Israelites. They say death to America, and this woman walks up to them and just starts kind of picking a fight and goes, I can't remember what it is, but she got too close to him and they just knocked her on her ass. And then they called the cops and the cops arrested her away. And it is the funniest video I've ever seen. They're like, don't play with us. You can't play with us like that.
Only tourists. The New Yorkers just I smile. First of all, they're always dressed so I always think it's like the Klingon Empire. They have these like strange things with like angular fucking shoulders and shit. And whoever's walking by, it's like, and they're all black. And if a black guy walks by, they start yelling black racial slurs at the guy. Hey, Jew, and hey, this, and hey, because they're just dying for the reaction. Every New Yorker walks by.
Have you guys seen this video? You should watch this video. You will like this video.
They're great. Make Magneto a Black Israelite, and I'm on board.
No.
But I don't want some actor. I want one of those fucking weird.
I said about not wanting to live in New York. Now I'm just like doubling down.
Don't live in New York. Do not live in New York. Come live in New Jersey. Go visit New York when you have to, but do not live in New York. Of course not.
It's fine.
Crazy.
I turned out fine.
I'll stop by and visit when I'm in Philly in November, and I'll see the lay of the land and see what I'm getting into.
Arrested.
Let's see. Dr. Coffin Nails says Jeremy has time for the High Council, but not time to meet up with superfan Dr. Coffin Nails at Purdue.
I didn't meet with Jeff either. Jeff was only a few hours away.
It's true.
So yeah, there's that. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I was busy, and then as soon as we got done at the game, I was like, you know what? I need to get home so I can create more content. So I just got in the car and drove home.
Was it the Z car?
No, it's the Audi.
Oh, you have an Audi. Nice.
My wife bought me an Audi.
Shit.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you respect women, motherfuckers. All right. So yeah, no, seriously. She made me trade the Kia in. And the salesman she's been dealing with for like the lot she's been dealing with been harassing her to come up there to trade her vehicle in, and she kept telling him no, and then finally they just kept bothering her. She says, you know what, I'm coming up there and you're gonna regret it. You're gonna piss me off. So she goes up there, she works out a deal, she trades her vehicle in, but before she signs the paper, she calls me. She goes, hey, bring your Kia up here. I'm like, why? She goes, so you can trade it in and get something. I said, I don't need a new car. I've got the Z car. I just drive the Kia around to, because I don't give a shit. She's like, bring the Kia up here. So I bring it up there. They try to sell me all these new cars, and I don't want any of these cars. I was like, I'll just take the car home. It's not a big deal. And she goes, find something you want. And I couldn't find anything. And then finally, there's this Audi TT 2016. And I said, holy shit. And as soon as the salesman saw that I had my eye on that, he got a lump in his throat. He goes, fuck. And he's like, that's a little different, sir, because we're trying to sell you a new car because of the rebates, and we can make up for how your vehicle's upside down. And my wife looked at him. She goes, what's going to happen is you're going to get him in this car, and he's going to pay the same thing he's paying for his Kia, or no deal. And they were like, well, ma'am. And then, nope, we're leaving. And they go, hold on. Long story short, deal was done. So respect women. That's the moral.
I like her. That's how I negotiate car deals.
She's badass. So
yeah.
Well, Jesse, if you're listening, I have a birthday. I'll take an Audi. Anyway, here's your Audi. So, just like Iron Man. Good job, man. Good for you.
Oh, he's going to be in the. They already have him signed up for the new. What is he? Is it a show or a movie?
Who, Jeremy or Robert Downey Jr.?
Jeremy.
Oh yeah, he's going to be playing Iron Man in the new Black Widow film, right?
Bring it on.
No, I think they're going. No, he's signed up for an unnamed series on Disney Plus. So it's going to be definitely Riri Williams, and he's definitely going to be. He's going to be AI Tony. He loaded his consciousness into a computer before he died. That way, he doesn't have to actually be there. They'll have like just a face set of him talking, and he'll just do like voice acting basically. And she'll be like, "How do I work this crazy thing?" Flying into walls, and they'll be like, he'll be like
Jordan Jetson.
Yeah. That's her, and then he'll be training her, and they'll give her like cred that Robert Downey Jr.'s in there, and they're gonna push Ironheart really hard. No, that's my prediction. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think you're right. I keep hearing the Riri Williams stuff, and he's even gone out making speeches saying that the next thing should be Ironheart.
Yeah. So he's going to be but he doesn't he's going to get a great paycheck, but he's never going to be on camera. It's just going to be his voice. He's going to be like Jarvis for her, basically.
Ethan, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How early is it to adapt something like an Ironheart? Do you think there's a time limit where they should let the characters breathe and create stories, or should they just adapt it and write new shit exclusively for film?
I don't know why they're doing that. I think it is too soon. Nobody knows these characters, but I mean, Marvel made a problem where there wasn't one, and that was they didn't have enough. They felt they didn't have enough characters that would appeal to women. All of the women who go to see Marvel movies, all the women who love the superhero movies, they needed to have more female characters. Because they're not going to look at Aquaman. They're not going to look at Thor and Chris Evans and all these hot guys that they go to see. No. Women like to look at other women. So some do. Some do.
See, I do just to body shame them and complain about how flat their asses are.
Okay.
But so I'm the exception.
Yes, they're the exception. So they decided they needed to invent all these characters, and they speaking of flat asses, they half-assed all these characters. I mean, they're really not very good. America Chavez, as kind of put forward. I mean, originally created, she was okay. Is horrible. Captain Marvel's horrible. Squirrel Girl is fat and annoying, and simple. And all of these characters are terrible, and they're going to. Ms. Marvel is the worst character of all, by the way. Kamala Khan is horrible. And here's the thing about Kamala Khan that we talk about on my channel. Kamala Khan is getting her own show. Kamala Khan is a Muslim American woman or young lady. And you know what her superpower is? Her hands get big. Her hands get big.
That's like every guy's worst nightmare. I want a girl whose hand can get small.
Yeah. Good. She can palm a basketball. Yeah, that's fine. And her hands get big. And then, but she was created by this mysterious woman by the name of Sana Amanat. Who has been working at Marvel for, I think, a little over 10 years now. And she is the mastermind behind all of this SJW shit. Now, she's the one who kind of said, hey, this has got to become more of a lifestyle brand. We need to kind of, change these characters. We need to try new things. She's the one who brought social justice to Marvel. And while she was there, she decided to create her own character and then force it through into the media, force it through into TV, movies, toys. Why? Well, because she owns the character. She owns a big piece of the character. Now, isn't that what you would do if you were corrupt? Get a hold, become in charge of Marvel Comics, cancel all of the Stan Lee characters, change them, and then create your own, own a piece of them. Like I do. I have my own portfolio of characters at Marvel and DC that I created. And then when Hollywood comes calling, when you are actually taking meetings at Disney and you're the one who gets to implement all this stuff, kind of subtly put your stuff forward and then prepare for 7-figure royalty checks while everybody else goes, what the fuck is this? Excuse my language. What is this character? Well, it's Sana Amanat cashing a check for a character she created. And that, I think, is the ultimate in corruption. I think it's pretty bad.
Is this the same person who said that the character could be creepy as a TV character? Like live action? Because I know one of the creators, I can't remember the name of which, but I did a video on it and they said, yeah, having Ms. Marvel as a character, like not in books and on screen live action, could be creepy. So you're trying to sell me on this character that you yourself think is creepy.
Oh, a creepy Muslim. That's going to go over great.
They've got the showrunner who hates white people, like according to their Twitter account. I think I found the next Captain Marvel thing to go off on, because this is just disturbing. It's disgusting and disturbing and insulting.
So yeah, I agree. So all of these characters that Stan Lee created and nurtured over the course of 50 years are being shoved aside by social justice warriors who now run Marvel Comics, have created their own awful characters that nobody likes. They force them onto retailers. They force them onto fans. And now they're forcing them onto moviegoers and people who are going to be subscribers to Disney Plus. I will tell you this. I made a lot of money. I received a big fat royalty check, okay, close to 6 figures, because they mentioned the name of the prison that I created for the Flash universe in Justice League. Okay? They just mentioned it. There was a scene where Barry Allen was talking to his father in prison. There was a prison guard that had the name of my prison, Iron Heights, on it. Because of that, just for that little mention, they cut me a big fat check that bought me this house that I'm living in. Just for that. Now imagine if I had created the Flash. Can you imagine, like, if I owned the Flash, owned a piece of the Flash? I would be buying my town, not just this house. And so that is the position that this person put herself in. I think it's shameful, and I think it is the death of Marvel Comics.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Also, why are they? And it does make sense as to, all right. So they've been they told each how many 3 Captain America movies, 3 Iron Man movies. They have 50 years of stories. Why are they have such a hard on to get to the last 5 years of comics, which have already been market tested? Ms. Marvel has been market tested. Riri has been market tested in the comic. They've been complete failures on every.
Thank you.
Yep.
So why are they in such a rush to get past? They never did a true Mandarin story. They never did a Fing Fang Foom. They never did. There's a million Captain America villains they never got to. There's never storylines. They have to bypass that and get right to their least successful 5 years. They're trying to get to the least successful 5 years of their 60-year history. And it makes no sense to me. I don't understand.
It's social justice and personal corruption.
Now. Yeah, they want money now. They want to get in, get a big fat check, and retire young. That's what they want to do. I come from retail, so I know a lot of these types who do this. They come in to a company, they change everything around and say, look at all these changes I made, and then they leave before the lasting effects happen, before all the stores close. They're off to the next department store. They're off to the next brand to destroy.
But they already know the results. They've market tested all of these characters to the public, and they've been soundly rejected. Oh,
yeah, but they can say to the stockholders, like, oh, no, that's just the comic books. And nobody buys comic books anymore. That's not our fault. See, all you have to do is put these characters in movies and TV, and they'll sell. They're flim-flamming the people, I think, the investors and the people who are cutting the checks for these.
Well, why aren't the investors who are watching them lose money on Miss Marvel, on Captain Marvel, on all these bullshit, on America Chavez. I mean, America Chavez is the most ridiculous character ever made because she's from another planet who has nothing to do with Earth, but for some reason she has Latino culture in that planet that never had contact with Earth before her. So it doesn't fucking make any sense. Oh, I do have a friend named Hector, and he's Puerto Rican. When he dances, you'd think he was an alien. No.
Well, Cecil, do you think it's okay? So it could be one of two things. All right. So it's either this is sincere and they really want to push social justice on Marvel Comics. Like this is the ultimate stage of activism. Like we've got these diverse characters. We really truly believe that 100% of our audience is female. And they really want to see our characters. They don't want to see the classic Marvel characters. Like that's a possibility. Maybe these people really do believe that 100% of their audience that goes to these movies is female, and they want to see their characters that look like them on the screen. The other possibility is they're doing it because the people who are actually in charge of Marvel Comics own a piece of these characters and are personally enriching themselves by promoting them. And I will tell you this, just as a matter of, look, when Jeff Johns and I share a whole portfolio of characters for Flash and Green Lantern. And when he was in charge, like you'd see my characters pop up on the Flash TV show all the time. Thanks, Jeff. There's an opportunity to get your own stuff out there when you're in charge. I completely understand. So those are the two questions. And I think, honestly, it's a mixture of both. I think both things are true. I think that they're doing it because they're social justice warriors and they want to change the landscape of the culture of what it means to be a man. I went through, was this on the High Council that I went through this whole lecture about how these people just want to co-opt and destroy masculinity, and that's why they do this?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they want to change that. That's important to them. But don't ever take out in the mix the fact that they personally are trying to siphon off some of this cash right into their own pockets.
Sometimes I feel like the last bastion of masculinity.
I think you are. I think you are.
I saw some people saying that they think that there's two people in the chat, and they're like,
There's a theory I have that Jeremy is actually a real life beta and a YouTube alpha.
motherfucker, I will be at New York Comic Con. Okay, so you can do one of two things. You can be a grown man. You can come at me, shake my hand, and talk to me, or you can be a bitch like Brian Young and Alex from Star Wars Explained and run from me like they did at Star Wars Celebration when I confronted both of them.
This is what the High Council is now. It's an opportunity for Jeremy to just tell people that.
Fuck it. Like I quit this motherfucker. I mean, if y'all don't want me here, what do you think's complaining in the comments is going to do after the fact? I hope Jeremy's not on the High Council. Motherfucker, I already quit. So what are you going to do? I'm at a point.
He's not here.
Nothing you motherfuckers can do.
You guys got what you wanted. He quit.
Surrounded myself with people that are not bitches that support me. So I can do what I want and say what I want, and I'm not going to lose support. So that's just how it is. I'm a sarcastic asshole. I talk shit. I run my mouth. I'm confrontational on the internet and in person, and I like having fun. And the people that can't deal with my attitude, I don't need their support anyway. Most of you should be laughing at this and then wanting to talk shit back to me, and then we can have fun and we can shake hands when it's all said and done. But if anybody's going to go, I can't believe Jeremy's talking like this, then your penis has already been tucked so far up your own ass, I can't help you. Thank you.
Sorry, that last part got me.
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me today, like in a comment, they're like, "Oh God, you're just ragging on Disneyland for clicks," and like, yeah, I kind of am because people want to see this. Oh, I'm so tired of negative YouTubers. You clicked on my face. You know what you're getting in for. Like, I'm stealing that from Dave Chappelle. You clicked on me.
Like you are getting clicks on Disney's name. Is there any company in the world that is more deceptive in pulling people into their shit than Disney? Like it's poetic justice if anybody can make money off of that. Like they're pulling people into those parks to fucking buy Luke's titty milk from the sea monster. No one wants it. Like fuck them. If you can make a dime off them, good for you.
I've been doing this on Twitter so much lately. This sarcastic stuff. It's just fun, man. It really is. So, I said in my most recent video, when the word Wolf, and Wolf is hope he gets everything worked out because he no longer has his channel. But when Wolf went after me, I'd never talked to Wolf, and I was always a fan of Wolf. And when he went after me, I was like, what the hell, man? I like Wolf. I don't want to be fighting with Wolf. So I had to respond like a sarcastic asshole, because that's what I do. And his response determined what type of person he was to me. And his response was, yeah, man, that was an awesome response. Like, he didn't cry, he didn't whine, So, it's like all my sarcasm is meant to just see who can deal with it and who can't. So if you can't, it's okay. It's okay. There's safe spaces out there. There are channels out there that will hug you and, give you a reach around with tweezers. Whatever you need, they're going to be there for you.
What channel is that?
Star Wars Explained.
Hello, Greedo.
Hello, Greedo.
Hello, Greedo. This is what I want people to understand about Jeremy. You guys, he gave you what you wanted. Those of you who are like, Jeremy, we don't want you on the High Council. He quit.
Yes.
Now, we wanted him to stay, so he's here. So everyone's happy. Everyone's happy.
This is how much Jeremy hustles. Since he quit, he's been the most reliable member of the
It actually fits perfectly. I quit, yet I've been here more than before, so it's kind of perfect.
Well, we're glad to have you, I guess. Let's see. R. Schaefer of the Fandom Menace says, I got banned off Twitter for cussing out huge ass. Also, Mandalorian will have political messaging.
Thank God.
Wow, they're trolling Jeremy in the chat big time. Michael says, Jeremy, did Alabama have their dicks tucked up their collective ass when they gave Oklahoma their spectacular quarterback? Damn, dude, pwned.
I mean, I get that. I totally understand that. You're not smart enough to understand how college football works. There's no defense over in the Big 12. So, yeah, Jalen Hurts looks like a superstar, but we're good. We got Tua. We're good. So just wait till the end of the season. Come back to me. Join Sports Wars. The place that I left the High Council for to go join the jocks. I saw everybody saying that. Go join Sports Wars. We can talk a lot of shit over there because that's pretty
left
much
us nerds.
Yeah,
we're sitting at the nerdy lunch table, and Jeremy left. Jeremy's going. He's sitting with the jocks.
He's too cool for us.
It's Freaks and Geeks over here. He's over there playing Friday Night Lights. We're over here, Freaks and Geeks.
You were supposed to be Dungeon Master this week, Jeremy. Where are you?
we got Uche, who's he took us to the Purdue game, and we had press passes under Geeks and Gamers. I was there with Aaron, and Uche was there, and Uche's about the same size as you, Jeff. He tried to get in the Audi. It wasn't a pretty car video, but we got through it, and there was a lot of diversity in there. So respect for that.
That's more important than comfort.
That's right. But so we were at the Purdue game, and Uche he's very well known. He's very, very strong personality, and me and Aaron, we were in some we did not belong there, and we kept walking past this room where there was a lot of cookies. But it looked like we weren't supposed to go in that room, but we kept sneaking in there and getting cookies, and eventually we got kicked out. And I kept making videos and posting them on Twitter. We did not belong there. There was a fancy VIP room we were in. There was all these fancy people. These old school media people were giving us some side eyes. They're like, who the fuck are these nerds walking around? And why do they have press passes? It was hilarious. And whatever, walking in there with my torn jeans and my Star Wars hat, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So, I'm a pretty big deal, man. I'm a YouTuber.
I mean,
Jeremy
next
Grimes.
time, get some slacks.
That's right. They put Jeremy Grimes on my press pass. I'm not famous enough for them to even know who my last name is. Oh God, it's so fun. It's true. Yes, postmortem 666. Anna was right. You snatched cookies. Yes, I stole her cookies, and I stole the cookies at the game.
What is the next game you're covering on Sports Wars, Jeremy?
What the hell?
Is somebody stealing a car?
We're getting a storm alert. Hold on.
Okay. I know you're going to get a super chat here in a little while from Sir Ruin of House Roundhead, who's actually invited me to the Patriots-Redskins game on the weekend of New York Comic Con. So I'm going to leave New York Comic Con on Saturday to go to the game on Sunday. And then we're supposed to be in an Atlanta game and a Jaguars game later on this year. So we got a lot going on.
Well, if you ever want to watch an embarrassing football game, come to Cincinnati and watch the Bengals play.
Whew, I heard that. Whew.
I tried to watch football when I was working on video for Monday, and I was like, this is... I just hung my head. I was by myself, and I was embarrassed.
What about Boomer Esiason? Is he still doing that?
Yeah, 30 years ago, Cecil, he was playing.
30 years.
Let's see. Catch up on our super chats. Mexican Iron Man says, our great leader, Jeremy, has time to show up for the High Council, but he doesn't have time to actually quit the High Council.
That's pretty good.
Oh, shit. That jumped really far.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Down forward punch. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry.
Ethan,
You didn't go through. Okay, down forward punch says, as Rey unleashed her lightsaber upside down, she jumps up in the air and yells, Franks and beans!
Love that movie.
Smiling Bandito says, are you guys following Norm Macdonald on Twitter? He's been leading the crusade against comedians being attacked by the SJW culture. Everyone should take a look.
Well, the true leader was, and I love Norm, but it was Dave Chappelle really stuck his flag in the ground a couple weeks ago. And even Bill Burr's special was pretty much in the same vein. And yeah, Norm is really jumping in with them. And it sucks that this kid got fired from SNL, but it's just, I was hoping that people would be like, hey, if you have a problem with it, you then just kind of get over it on your own. But it's, it's still alive and well. So it needs more people fighting it.
I mean, I've been watching this from the outside. It's going to be like part 2 or 3. I have this like culture war series I've been working on. Part 1's been out for about a month. And it took a while to pick up, kind of like this Marvel one, but I will pick up. And this will be covered a lot. Plus, the double standards for how, Dave Chappelle gets railed on Twitter, yet Knives Out, or not Twitter, social media, Rotten Tomatoes. It gets praised one way, but this goes the other. There's a lot going on right now. Almost too much to cover, if you ask me. So, Jeremy, I'm going to copy your format and just sit in my car and talk about it. Cool?
Do it, dude. Car videos, low production quality, high views. That's the way I look at it. Because, I mean, even get your dogs in the car and have them bark at you. Did you see that one with my dogs and there was this creepy guy that I recorded? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, my God. So I'm recording a car video, and so I'm sitting there talking about the PewDiePie situation and all that, and all of a sudden my dogs start barking, and it's pretty funny. I put a clip of it on Twitter. But so they're barking at this guy walking by, but I wasn't paying attention to him. And then he walks back away, and they stop barking, and then he kind of creepily starts walking towards the car again. And I start looking like at the side of my eye. I'm talking to the camera. I'm like, this creepy guy. Like, I need to turn the camera around. I turn the camera around, and he stops in front of my car and looks dead at me, and I'm pointing the camera right at him. It's creepy. So I said in the video, and this is for all, if there's any kids listening, cover your ears for a minute, but for all adults and, kids, this kind of applies to you too, but you don't need to hear it. My goal every day when I wake up is to make a video, get a lot of views, and not get raped. And I almost got raped that day. And so the goal to not get raped is second on my priority list. Getting views is first, but not getting raped, that's my goal. And every day that I don't get raped, I consider that a successful day. So if you take that philosophy, you're probably going to have a good day as well. You're welcome.
Maybe he was a fan and he recognized you, but he didn't quite recognize you. But
he wanted to rape me.
I wish I looked good enough that rape was a worry. God,
seriously.
Almost possibility of getting rape shape. That's what I've got to get. My next summer, I swear this time.
Let's see. Dustin Rogers says, hey, Jeremy, here's your crap talk. I hear you were sorry. Hey, Jeremy, here's your crap talk. I hear you were seen ducking out of Kathleen Kennedy's bedroom window with a disgusted face.
By the way, KD Mack in the chat says Jeremy has time to not get raped, but not time for that.
Priorities.
That might be the best one.
Apparently, Nick DiPaolo has been consistently roasting the PC crowd as well. So,
By the way, I saw fucking Jim Jeffries jumping in on the anti-PC shit. Fuck that guy. He jumped in with both feet into the PC shit. He is a fucking phony.
Wait, he's now gone. He's gone like Dave Chappelle on it. Like
yes,
he's trying to
he's now on that. Yeah,
what a piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's starting to see which way the wind is blowing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, these millennials, they're too." It's like, "Fuck you!"
No,
and you're a fuck that guy.
Definitely.
Fuck off, Australia.
That's bullshit.
Not all of you, but just Jim Jeffries. I guess those girls from that, that mermaid show are okay, I guess.
Hey, the guy stalking me could have been Cecil. I mean, I'm not particularly sold that it wasn't Cecil at this point.
Oh.
Just saying.
I don't have that kind of commitment. I'm sorry.
Cecil, I'm going to send you the unedited, because I did blur the guy's face out, but I'm going to send you the unedited video so you can see this guy. It's creepy as hell.
All right.
Oh, man.
I mean, then why would you even think it was me? It doesn't make sense.
That's you. I'm thinking it's possibly you. Because I don't know exactly what you look like, but I know that you could have that intimidating look that this guy gave me.
I need
no.
I need a stalker. I'm not big. I'm stuck in the 10,000. And Gary's in the modding in the chat, and he once said on one of his shows, if you don't believe that YouTube is throttling channels, take a look at Cecil. It makes no. And you know what? I've stayed at the same level since he said that. That was like 2 months ago. I'm getting. There are powerful Hollywood forces trying to keep me down. I'm positive of it.
On that note, and I do believe that there's something to that. I was telling Gary about this. Yeah, I had a Dave Chappelle video that got. Check this out, Jeff. My Dave Chappelle video got 300,000 views in 24 hours.
Wow,
nice.
And now it sits at 377,000 views 2 weeks later.
That's it.
That's it. Talk about getting throttled.
That got throttled. Yeah,
major. My first Dave Chappelle video got 100,000 views in 24 hours, and then they demonetized it at 91,000 views, and it fell off the cliff. Like I think it ended up like 110,000 views after that. 10,000 more views. This is like weeks ago, and then that one 300,000 views in 24 hours. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a 1 million view video. It hasn't even crossed 380,000 views since. So it's just ridiculous, man.
Oh, I have trouble getting something to 10,000 lately. Like it's I don't know if it's the notifications or what, but yeah, it's ridiculous. I know. Well, plus I cuss a lot, so I'm sure I get throttled for that. I know I piss people off.
Yeah. I think there's something up right now with YouTube in general because it feels like everybody's slowing down. Because as soon as they update their website, because you know how like it used to say like your exact number of subscribers, now it just says so and so K afterwards. Like one, I hate that because now I have to go into the other thing to see how much I've grown. And two, every time, and this is something guys out there, if you're gonna ever think about doing YouTube, every time they make a slight alteration to their system, you're gonna suffer for a little bit. So like early June, like what was it, mid-June through most of July was a bullshit time.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, I thought it was just me, and then Gary reached out, he's like, dude, it's happening to everybody. And then it picked back up for me towards the end of July into the beginning of August, and then now things are cool subscriber wise, but all of a sudden they alter whatever they're doing and it messes up everything. So
yeah, I've been on an upswing. Like August was terrible for me, but part of that was like not doing regular content for that week at Star Trek Las Vegas and doing just like random live streams here and there and car video, clap car videos, which I can't do. But so I got a few, and part of it was probably my fault for changing out my algorithm and content for a little bit. But no, it really just finally started picking up like a couple of weeks ago, and now it's gonna slow down right again because they just changed all this shit. But thanks YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, no, Jeremy from the Quartering had a big rant video the other day where he was frustrated with his notifications being broken, and It's just, I mean, it doesn't matter how big your channel is. It's frustrating for everybody. It's all relative to what you have, and it's it's frustrating. It really is. So I don't know what to do about it, but you just have to keep grinding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's the outside possibility that what I'm doing is not appealing to most people, but I think kids want arts and crafts videos about how to make a human centipede.
I know I do.
That's just good quality content. That's just good quality content right there. I mean, Cecil is putting in time and effort and creativity. I'm sitting in my car clapping my fucking hands doing a
I
car
warm
video.
up a glue gun, for God's sake.
Let's see. We got to get caught up on these because it is getting a little late. Let's see. So our friend, he already read his. JRG Project says, I'd rather see The Room with an added Star Wars soundtrack. So would I. I like The Room. The Room is a fun movie.
The one with Brie Larson?
No, The Room. Tommy Wiseau.
The other one wasn't so fun, though, right?
Yeah, Brie Larson's Room where she won an Oscar. Let's see. Jason Green says, Jeff, please tell me you gave a plushie to your mom and drank the soda. Hail the High Council. Yes, we have the soda. Dion took the horse. Sorry, Jason Green, but Dion took the horse. Morpheus the Black Neo says, car, video. Is that how it goes, right?
It's
Dion took the heroin?
car video.
Oh, sorry. Salvador says, I did not hit the dislike button. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit the dislike button. I did not. Oh, hi, Council. Room. Hi, Council pun. You're welcome. Salvador, I got it within the first 1 second of what I was saying. So thank you.
And that's better than Disney Star Wars, right?
Oh, God, dude. You gotta watch The Room. You gotta watch
fun.
The Room.
It's fun.
It's so fun. Ethan, have you seen it, right?
The Room, of course, I have a million times. It's wonderful. Right. And the movie about The Room.
Oh, yeah, that was good, too.
Yeah, The Disaster Artist was great. You got to read the book. It's way different. Jeremy Huge Ass is back. He says, I expressed sympathy to Anna. That was ban-worthy?
No, you didn't. And I'm not going to talk to you about that anymore. Fuck you.
Okay. Astrolime says, Dark Crystal AOR is amazing. Hope they don't drop the ball with season 2.
What was that?
The Dark Crystal AOR is amazing. Hope they
Yeah.
I need to really watch it. I really haven't had, I've sat down to watch it the other day, and I just had too much going on to focus. But I hear it's really good. People are saying it's really good. Mecca, is it good?
Oh yeah, I'm only 3 episodes in, but like I showed him before. I think you guys came in. We were talking about the merch and stuff. Like I have the Fizzgig plush because I love the Dark Crystal, the new one so much, and I love the original too. But if it was crap, I wouldn't spend the kind of money I spent on a hand puppet for like a life-size scale one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
You know who didn't spend money were the fans. They were going to do that life-size scale Cookie Monster from Hasbro Plus, and they couldn't even crowdfund it.
How much was it?
Like $500, I think.
That's a little too much.
Well,
unless they add a throat hole where the cookies actually go down, that would be worth it.
Yeah, well, Fizzgig was only like 100, so now I don't feel so bad.
Dead Jeremy in the chat says, you're tearing me apart, Cecil. By the way, no girl has ever said that to me. Or guy, just for the record.
Kevithar1138 says, kind of interesting. SJWs won't pay for merch to support converting our existing franchises, but they will pay to insult Jeremy.
That's right. You have to use their stupidity against them. All right. I will always acknowledge, anybody I can in the chat on my live streams. But I really like to work these losers up on Twitter and to force them to super chat me their insults, because it's just fun seeing how dumb they are. Taking advantage of SJW's stupidity is the best business model you can find right now. Ask EBS. I mean, the SJWs are so stupid, and it's so easy to make money off of their ignorance. And I love it. And I appreciate it. And don't ever change SJWs. And please keep listening. Right now, you're so fucking mad because you hear me talking and you can't do anything about it. You don't know what to do, but you're going to do something. But the problem is I've already taken all of your credibility away because now the whole cancel Jeremy hashtag, now I've got my own fans complaining about me in a sarcastic way, so it drowns out your complaints about me. Can't do anything except super chat me your complaints. I'll be on live in a few days. See you there.
Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Says traumatized by Jeremy's peen. Call now 1-800-PP-PTSD.
That's fantastic. And no, that guy. I don't want to talk about how I have more subs than John Campea.
Is Celino and Barnes a commercial that goes like across America, or is that a New York thing?
Which one?
Celino and Barnes. Celino and Barnes, accident attorney.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably New York only.
Yeah, because don't you take the bar for a specific? How does that work? Is it for a specific state, right? Your license for that or whatever. Or?
I'm just saying that instead of accident attorney, they could be Jeremy Peen attorney. Celino, Jeremy Peen attorney.
Be careful, Jeremy. The bigger the channel gets, you're going to get more of those lawsuits towards your peen.
Yeah, he could be like asbestos in a couple of years.
What, people are going to come and clear it out? That sounds disturbing.
You may have a claim.
Oh man, I need to do more streams with Cecil. This is gold.
Well, people are saying that we had a super chat. I'll get to it in a minute. Logan Michael says, "Birds of Trey." What did you guys see the poster for that?
Yes. I was getting so much crap today over that, and they're like, "Oh, how can you tell what a movie's gonna be like based on the picture?" Well, that's what the picture's there for, right? It's a poster to market me like a movie that I might want to see, and it's not doing that. It looks like it's gonna be a cross between Unicorn Store and Mamma Mia, and I don't want to see it.
What? What magic movie is this?
I don't know. I'm
Possible
just
to be
rambling.
worse than Suicide Squad.
Funny. When I was watching Unicorn Store, I said needs more Mamma Mia, and when I was watching Mamma Mia, I said needs more Unicorn Store. What is this movie you're talking about?
The Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie.
Wonderful. Sign me up.
All right. Well, see now you're selling me on it.
Well, Pierce Brosnan starring it.
I hope he sings.
I hope he plays James Bond again. Jay Reyes TBN 46 says, anyone else doing the shots? Do a super chat shout out. Jay Reyes, I drank that beer that you sent in the super chat for, so there you go. I did it. Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty 1, says, after a miserable weekend, y'all cheer me up. Thanks. Well, Mega Jetty 1, it sucks when your weekends are bad because that's the time you're away from work, and then Monday starts and you got to go back to work. So we're happy to help you out. King Archer says, now eating Culver's while listening to you guys. You guys have Culver's by you?
Yes. Well, they have them in Wisconsin, but they also have them out here where I'm at in Colorado. And yeah, they're really good.
What is that? They don't have it here.
It's
a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like burgers. They have butter burgers. They're horrible. They're clearly from Wisconsin. It's kind of a heart attack burger, but so delicious.
I used to live by one in Michigan.
Butter burgers.
Yeah, it's literally butter on a burger.
Mm-hmm. They're so good though.
Yeah. Prepare to have a heart attack, Cecil.
I know.
Well, I heard that. I think Chris Farley was from Wisconsin, wasn't he?
I believe so, or Chicago, somewhere around there.
There was, I think it was Wisconsin, and I remember a Norm Macdonald story where he said he was having a steak, and every time he cut a piece of steak, he would butter it with the butter knife, and he ate an entire steak. Just every single bite would get buttered before he ate.
Ugh.
That's fucking living.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that's living?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, he's not doing that anymore.
Wow. You know.
Have fun.
The Buzz General and the J Team, that's actually a pretty cool name, says, Cecil, I want to remind you, the world isn't fair.
World isn't right.
The Rookie Critic says, I hope everyone had an awesome summer. Is summer officially over?
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
When is the next equinox?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been waiting for the next equinox.
Let's see. That's Monday.
Ethan, that's when you begin your mating ritual.
Monday, September 23rd. That's it. That's when summer ends, guys.
He's like Spock.
Yeah. Wait,
I don't even know how to respond to that.
What is that called when he goes fucking horny?
Ponfar.
Oh, yes.
oh.
Let's see. Random McAnderson says, "Oh God, Mike S. Miller was Renfamous this whole time." Is that true, Cecil?
Who?
Ethan
Mike Miller?
was
Never heard of him.
Renfamous.
Never heard of him.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Mike Miller is too good looking to be Renfamous.
Winter Wind 89. Thank you very, very much. Look up Clownfish TV. They used to be Disney influencers, and they have. Sorry. Look up Clownfish TV. They used to be Disney influencers, and they have a pulse on the parks. According to them and travel agents, they know trips for Disney are down, like Disney is panicking down. I already am a member or a subscriber of Clownfish TV. I think they put out good stuff. So
I met Clownfish TV at Celebration.
By the way, I know I got unsubbed from them. I subbed them, and then I was like, oh, someone brought them up, and I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't seen their videos. And I looked, and I was unsubbed, unnotified. I was like, oh, fuck, man. You get unsubbed from this shit.
Oh my God, go to your social blades. All of you go look at your social blades right now for the day.
They're all down. We know.
They're all down. Like I lost 640 subscribers today.
You didn't lose them. It's
They're just cutting them off, right? I lost. I was like having a heart attack. There's a little bit of a little conflict in Comicsgate today. I'm like, oh my God, this is more serious than I thought. And then I read about it. So
no, when I first saw it, I posted, I recorded it on my phone and posted. I said, I just lost 350 subs. I guess 350 people just got mad all at one time. And then Pimp Master Broda actually told me that that finally started taking effect because we known it was coming, but
I didn't know
with the whole, it's all about the PewDiePie T-Series thing. So yeah, finally they rolled it out, and I think I lost like 350 But you didn't. But you didn't really. Yeah, they're on your back end on the YouTube. You actually will see your actual numbers.
You only get to see the like if you have 32,858 subscribers, it's going to say you have 32,000 subscribers. To everyone else.
Correct. And so it's they're taking pretty much. There's nobody can celebrate their crossing a number live through the live count anymore. It's taking away all the fun out of that. So there's really no use for Social Blade to an extent, because it's not going to show any updated real-time numbers anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know. Honestly, it might be better because Social Blade can be addictive.
It is. Oh, I check it like so much. Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, 5 people unsub because of this video. Damn it.
Yeah.
and then they come back, and then you're like, wait, why are people unsubbing again? It'll drive you crazy, to be honest with you.
All right, so I honestly have no idea what Social Blade is. So should I?
Cecil, look up Social Blade, and then you can look up your channel, and it'll tell you all the stats about your channel. It'll tell you, and by the way, you can do this for anybody's channel. So if you're curious about how much Mecca is, how many views she's getting, how much money approximately she makes, all that stuff.
That's all I think about, Ethan. That is literally all I think. What is this chick making?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
not as much as you guys.
But you know what? You look at it, it's never really right. It's weird. It goes, Ethan's making somewhere between 3 cents and $500 per video, and it's like somewhere between there. I think that's fair. So I don't know, but anyway, it's interesting.
Wait a minute! It's showing my real name and nudes.
I put those up there.
Hey, so Jeremy still has more. Jeremy still has more subs than John Campia. He's also live right now and isn't even breaking 200 watching. Well, tell him I said hello. Here's a funny story. Somebody commented this on my video, and great idea. So they said you should get, because I was making fun of John and his high quality studio and the fact that I have a $75 webcam and I have more subs than him. That I'm not pointing that out. But so somebody said you should get Ivan to. You should get Ivan to Photoshop you, do a green screen, record in front of a green screen, have Ivan put you in Campia's studio for a video. And then Ivan said, I can do that, and I'll put you in Mike Zero's studio for a video. So we're going to work on putting me in all of these different studios of different YouTubers on videos. So that is in the works. So that is going to be great. The dartboard will be there. I will be reporting from the future. So
I don't think the future can handle you, man.
I don't think so either. But
future Jeremy content. Is there a future Jeremy account?
There should be. You know what I need to do? I think I'll probably hit up Kelly Jedi Bunny and have her kind of play the kind of a ditzy girl that reads my super chats. Like John always hires that ditzy girl and just to read his super chats, because that's how you respect women in Hollywood. You hire that bitch to read your super chats. That's all you do. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get have a girl on the team kind of play the John Campea thought that he hires to read his super chats. We're just gonna have fun, man. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait.
Obi-Wan 27883 says, Jeff, repeat after me. Kathleen Kennedy, all her Lucasfilm staff, everyone from Bad Robot, by the end of the year. We can hope.
Yeah, heard that.
I like the X-Files. I want to believe. The Rookie Critic says, I am now monetized. Congratulations. First monetized stream will be tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Your shout-outs got me 400 subs, and they all stayed. Hail the Holy High Council.
Sweet.
Yeah, congrats, Rookie. I can't make your stream, but I appreciate the invite, buddy, because I'll be out of town tomorrow.
Let's see what's tomorrow. 2 p.m. Pacific is 5 o'clock my time. I won't be available either. Sorry, man.
I might try to invite I tried to join like the High Council last week before I got home on mobile. It's really hard on StreamYard. It doesn't. Am I the only one having trouble with that, or have you guys joined from a phone on StreamYard?
No. What do you have, a Nokia?
I have a Note 10 Plus, but I also have a Razr. I have a Razr. I have a Razr also. Well, we can't.
Phone is above average.
Phone is definitely above average. But yeah, I mean, I did join on Gary's stream for a few minutes, but I've had a lot of trouble joining the StreamYard streams. So
I think that part of that is that they want you to have like not a landline, but a hardwired internet connection, because it uses like a constant stream of bandwidth. That's why it kind of looks a little better. But
yeah. I do like StreamYard overall, though.
Yeah,
I do
not
too.
Too bad.
I don't miss Hangout anymore.
Oh gosh, I was so frustrated when Hangout went away. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Then I got StreamYard. I'm like, I don't care what they're doing.
Well, there's no limit on our streams. If we wanted to beat the whatchamacallit, EFAP crew and stream for 27 hours without a stop, couldn't we do that on this?
Probably.
I think with YouTube itself, you have to stop after 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I might be wrong on that. I really don't know.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's 6 or 8. I think it's 8. You're right. Once you hit 8 hours, it turns off.
Yeah. Because when I did, even I think Mahler had to end his and restart them for his stream. I think, and he streams from Discord.
Folks in the chat, if you want us to stream for 72 hours straight, press 1.
It might
make it happen one day.
People are saying it's been bumped up to 12, but every time I've seen it happen, it's been 8. EFAP did 12, says
EFAP did 12? Okay.
But I've always seen it at 8 get cut off.
Okay. But there is a cutoff, regardless of if it's at 8 or 12.
I should be able to stream nonstop.
You should.
If they ever implement that feature, I'm going to stream until I can't physically do it anymore.
It might be because of things like when Ethan left his shirt or his chair just sitting there for like hours, and he still had like 1,500 fucking people watching his chair sitting there.
A lot of people wanted to see me naked, Jeremy. A lot of people were hoping I come in from the shower. I can't help that I'm beautiful. I can't help that people look curious. Thank you.
That was so funny. His chair's just sitting there. There was like 1,000 people watching the stream, and the conversation was great. It was just so much crap that people were talking. He was getting super chats.
Pretty good. I made $700 on that stream. That was worth it.
And we can hear you talking about your neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Who's the guinea cunt next door? I heard.
Oh, Jesus, dude!
I'm sorry.
How drunk are you?
I was joking.
Anyway, before we get,
you could say things about Italians. It's fine. I'm Italian.
Yikes.
Anyway, Seahawk Scott says meat curtains. That's just meat curtains, but thank you. Rowan Mannion says, my brother went to Galaxy's Edge in LA last week, and they had Darth Vader there, and the wait time was 45 minutes for Smuggler's Run.
That's terrible.
Is that like normal time?
Did I demonetize you?
I hope not.
What happened?
Look what I done.
Damn you, Cecil.
Did something happen?
Con?
No, we're still alive.
Okay.
No. I believe getting guns is still acceptable, right?
Yeah. So back to your
This is
question.
America.
Cecil, without saying it aloud, just go into our DMs and just read it. Do not like our Twitter DMs. Do not read it aloud.
Oh.
Yeah, he just shared it in the chat. But as far as the Galaxy's Edge wait time, 45 minutes for a ride that just opened up. That's supposed to be your feature attraction in this most anticipated land that Disney's ever opened is awful. It's absolutely awful.
Doomnotron says, "Can you show us the Chrome cover EVS?"
No, I don't have them in yet. So, but you have seen the you've seen the first one that came in. I mean, you've seen the team up cover. A massive amount of those came in. Would you like to see what it looked like to be me today? Or is it boring? It's boring. Is it boring?
What are you
I
wearing?
don't know, man. You want to show?
Well, I hold on a second. Let me just show you. All right, so
Are you wearing a suit of armor? I'll see what.
no, I'm not saying that. I'll share my screen and I'll just show you some photos. This is what it looked like to fulfill Cyberfrog today. So this was on the table. Are you sharing this, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we had stacks and stacks. By the way, I would sit there and sign a stack of comics, and I'd be like, oh, only 18 more stacks to go, and they would just replace the stack that I'd just taken away. So I didn't get back to this stack back here until the very end of the day. That's a lot of comics to sign. Here's what people will be receiving. This is for people who just ordered. Because we don't have everything in yet, but we got this book in, so this is coming your way. We've got this. You've got your pack of cards. You've got your bookmark. You've got your sticker, all packaged against a big sturdy sheet of cardboard in a photo mailer. These all went out today, and quite a few of them went out. Jeff, you want to see? This is what I had to pack. This was today's shipment, and you guys are like, Ethan's not. He doesn't sound like he's at his best today. Ethan doesn't sound like he's. Yeah, look what I had to do. How could I be as funny as Jeremy when this was my day today? And nobody cares. Nobody says,
care.
"Oh, I'm sorry, Ethan. Would you like a cup of tea?" No, they say, "Fuck you, Ethan." They say, "Fuck you, Uncle Ethan."
Do you know where the expression "going postal" comes from, and why postal workers were back in the day before school shooters took over as as the big shots? It was usually post office employees who would come in and shoot and murder the entire post office.
Yeah.
And that came from a term called going postal. And the post office did studies to figure out it was exactly what happened. You finish a stack and then you look up and there's another undone stack. There's never a sense of satisfaction when you work at the post office. No matter how much you sort and do, there's never like an empty table of, oh, I'm done, I finished.
No, it's never.
You look up and there's just another pile. And after years of doing that, people literally go postal. They go insane because your body, your brain needs a feeling of completion.
You need to dig out of the hole.
I finished a job.
Yeah.
And to have a job where you never have the feeling of I finished the job.
Oh, it's hell, dude.
Literally makes you go insane and grab a gun and blow everybody's brains out.
Oh my God.
So you had a taste one day of post office work.
Mm-hmm. I got 10 more days to go. I think Nerf Clack says, is Cyberfrog 2 going to be Chromium? No. So
I suspect that Comic Book Hut has a whole lifetime of post.
Oh my God, what a freak. The first Cyberfrog campaign is a Chromium book. I think we printed 8,000 of those. I think 8,000 of those are coming in. And the second campaign was also a Chromium book. It's a Salamandroid book. They're all the same interiors. Okay, it's the same book, but there are different covers on it because we closed the campaign and then we opened it again and we closed it, opened it again 3 times over the course of a year so that more people could come in and back the comic. The easy one to make was this one. This one is the recent campaign that just closed. Those books are in. The Chromiums are going to come in later this week, the Chromium first campaign and the Chromium second campaign. But since we have these, and we're also getting the Ash cans in sometime this week. But since we have these, we thought we might as well just begin fulfilling right now. to just the people who ordered this one particular comic. So when the chromiums come in, I will excitedly share them with you. I cannot wait. This book itself is absolutely dazzling. It's amazing, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with a chromium cover, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody's on their toes tonight. I love it.
We don't know where. We don't know if you're going to start up again. You're fucking
No. I know.
I didn't want to interrupt your brilliant sales pitch.
We're not selling anything. I'm done. I'm just trying to ship stuff now.
Yeah. Let's see. M Fox says, someone said in the chat, EVS is a Disney insider sent to get all your live streams taken down and banned. One stream at a time.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
All right. I believe you.
Thank you.
Tom King says, hail the fandom menace. We're coming for you, Disney.
That's right.
Is Tom King the guy that was writing Batman, Ethan?
Yes, he is. He was writing a totally cucked out soy-based Batman who whined and cried about bitches. It is the worst. He said, well, Batman can be like me. No, Batman cannot be like you. Obviously, Batman should not be like you. Batman needs to be focused single-mindedly on his mission of destroying crime and avenging his parents in Gotham City. I mean, Gotham City, a safe place. He has no time for love, Dr. Jones. He has no time for love. And yet, in this comic, he was so cucked out that he proposed to Catwoman. Okay, I just want to be happy with you. Will you marry me, Catwoman? Yeah, you're perfect for me. You're a filthy thief, a liar, a degenerate. You're a villain. Yeah, please be my wife. Batman tried to make a hoe into a housewife. You cannot do that.
No.
You can't do that. So he tried to, and what happened? Oh, he got dressed in his nicest tux. Oh, you have such pretty eyes. And then he's waiting at the stand. He's waiting to say, I do, and then cry. He hand wrote his vows to Catwoman. And what happened? She jilted him at the altar. She didn't show up. She made him look like a bitch. And then what he did was he threw a temper tantrum and punched Robin in the face out of sheer, I can't take it anymore, and punched Robin, his surrogate son, in the face. That is the writing of Tom King on Batman. He has ruined that character. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad I haven't bought any of the books.
Dick Grayson would have never said no.
Yeah.
Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus says, I'm still here, just disembodied and charred. Modalicious says, like Darth Maul, if I was separated from my weenus, I'd be super pissed and red and black and sneering Sith with horns as well.
Oh, wait a second. Was it his actual son? It was Damian Wayne that he punched in the face? I don't think it was Damian. Was it?
Maybe. Did he punch his son in the face?
That's even worse. No, it's not worse. It's the same.
Wait, it turned out it wasn't his son, really. It was
Clayface. Oh, it was Clayface. Whoops. I knew it all along that you were Clayface. That's why I was beating you.
He's a man.
Yeah.
Just like Austin Powers.
Whatever.
I've taken some strippers home, and when we wake up in daylight, I would call them Clayface, but they never got the joke.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a joke for you. It's Mickey and Minnie Mouse are in the they're getting a divorce, and the judge is like, I'm sorry, you can't divorce a woman because she's crazy. And he said, I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was fucking goofy.
That was good.
That was not good. That was not good. But it's Cecil, so we laughed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Adam Ridley says, sorry, Adam Riley. This one's for anyone. What do you guys think about someone like Dirge from the original Clone Wars for the Kenobi series? That'd be awesome.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't know either. It's getting to that. After midnight, we all get kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Ricky Berwick's latest video on Twitter. It's fantastic.
Oh, that guy's
You should
cool.
watch that. You should watch that EVS. Put it on the live stream.
Okay. No.
Oh,
no, it's just Ricky. It's just Ricky's little Twitter upload. It's not gonna. You know Ricky Berwick is, right?
No.
Oh my God, he's the greatest.
Well, we'll watch it later. Dude, I'm still
a severely handicapped guy, and I forget the name of the syndrome he has, but he can't extend any of his joints. So he's like very like crumpled up, and he has,
I know this guy. Is he the one that got in trouble on YouTube because they whatever?
He's always on trouble.
he's always in trouble. He's really funny though.
He's funny
good.
as hell, dude.
Well, let's see. I agree. Dirge from the original Clone Wars would be pretty awesome. I think he died. He was like, I think he got cut in half and all his tentacles came out of his body. It's been a while. Joseph Kerwin says Cecil should play dating sims. I was going to suggest that earlier. Those weird Japanese ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And I could become a gamer and have people join.
Yeah, and then you can be on Twitch and get tips for showing your boobs. You know, it's cool.
Mhm.
And you'll get banned.
I think he'll get banned if he keeps it all on too. Tubian 323 says someone in the chat said I've been a naughty boy. Crop spank me. Well, Tubian, once we figure out who that bad person was, I'm sure it'll be dealt with swiftly. Tim Fusco gave a $5 super chat, no message. Thank you very much. 007 Cloud says, Cecil, do you play Monster Hunter World specifically?
I don't know what that means. I've said before, I'm not very athletic, so I don't play video games.
Because that's a prerequisite, but okay. Dead Jeremy says, here's a few bucks. Use it to buy some popcorn and watch Lord of the Rings, you filthy heathen.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, fine. Scott's2 says, if Jeff doesn't like Lord of the Rings, we riot. Well, I like your wrestling reference, Skotsky. I hope that'll keep you around long enough. I'm going to watch it in 2020. I'm going to go to Obi-Wan's house, and we're going to watch it on his awesome sound system. And I will take food and beer, and we'll make a whole day out of it. So, Obi-Wan, I know you listen to everything we do. You can hold me to it then. And then I'll get on a live stream, and I'll do a Saturday night live stream. I just saw Lord of the Rings. And then everyone can be like, hey, what'd you think? And I'll talk about it. Fair enough? Fair enough.
Cecil, do you have any more jokes? I like your jokes.
No.
Cecil, what is Bruce Lee's favorite thing to drink?
What?
Boomer jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a dad joke. Let's see. How does NASA organize their company parties?
How?
They plan it.
Oh my god! Oh, that's the worst thing ever said on the High
By the way,
Council.
speaking
This
of,
is
no,
why I quit the High Council right here.
Ethan, speaking of NASA, they actually in the last few months set up a restaurant on the moon.
Yeah.
The food is great, but there's no atmosphere.
Well, why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? Faux drizzle my nizzle. I'm sorry. Enough.
Oh man, EVS, you're fired according to Mighty Wolf.
Oh.
People are saying, fix this now.
This is beyond fixing, I think.
Mike TV says stop the dad jokes.
And when they say fix, they mean it like in the veterinary sense.
Everybody's leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Oh, cancel Ethan.
We have lost like 200 viewers.
Yeah.
What?
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
People have no taste anymore.
God, it's almost like I started talking sports. That's what happens on my live streams when I talk sports. That's
You
pretty
know why
impressive.
Beethoven killed all his chickens? Because he said, "Why? Who's the best composer?" And they all went, "Bach, bach, 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 bach."
Oh, no.
I'm embarrassed at myself. That's
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Dead Jeremy says Jeremy has time to lecture Jeff about Lord of the Rings, but no time for the High Council.
This is true. This is true.
Okay, one more joke. So this guy with a premature ejaculation problem comes out of nowhere. All right, that's enough.
Oh my god.
You are not funny, Dad, says Wolf of Madigaberg. Sorry.
None of these are funny.
All of them are. Why? Come on.
Literally none of them are funny.
Unsubscribing. Everyone's unsubscribing. I'm off to France.
I'd rather go to Galaxy's Edge than stay here.
Anthony Holt says Ethan killed another stream.
Now that was the best comment. I'd rather go to Galaxy Edge than play here.
Well, give me another chance. I mean, I might be able to. How
Can
many
that be
kids
an-
with ADHD does it take to change a light bulb? Let's go play on our bikes.
Oh my God!
What?
Can we make the "I'd rather go to Galaxy's Edge than" as a punchline for
Somebody
something
said
that's
I'd
really
rather
bad?
get raped by the pirates of the Caribbean.
What do you call a big pile of kittens? A meowton. Get it? A meowton? Oh.
By the way, this is an original joke. This is not even a dad joke.
Okay, go ahead.
I wrote it and I gave it to my niece because she did a comedy show at her school. What did the cat say when it skins its knee?
What?
Meow.
Suddenly, look, I quit a month ago, and I'm finally following through tonight. Done. Zit.
More
Jeremy, do you need somebody to help you do anything on a Tuesday night? I'll join you.
kill me.
You know, Warwick Davis and Kenny Baker had very little in common.
God damn it.
Come
Look
on
at-
now.
I know. Let's
These are
see.
the jokes, people. Come on. Order the veal.
Monko's big thing says, hashtag Jeff chokeslam Jeremy.
Okay.
All right. Deadeye 313 says, Lord of the Rings is the Star Wars of fantasy movies. You're going to regret having not seen them and regret it more the longer you wait. See, there you go. I don't like fantasy movies, though.
They will. You'll love them. I know you will.
Every movie is a fantasy movie. Except for Schindler's List.
There's the joke. Honey Thunder asks, have you guys seen the Ford versus Ferrari trailer?
That looks good.
Looks great.
I like Christian Bale. Matt Damon's cool.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that movie. I think it's going to be really good.
Are you going to see Ad Astra?
Probably. I watched Anna's video on it, on that whole article that was written about it. And male feminist, man, I swear. They will find any reason to play victims in Virtue Signal.
Stephen Morgan with a giant super chat. He says, holy crap, I'm actually catching the High Council live. Suppose what's happened when you can't sleep. Or suppose that happens when you can't sleep. It's 3:43 a.m. here in Cardiff, Wales. Given the chance, I'd give every one of you a huge hug for all your amazing work. Thanks, guys. And he gives us a thumbs up.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Stephen.
Weirdo.
Thank you for Batman the Animated Series.
What did Cecil mutter? The fuck away from me, weirdo. That was not nice.
White Wolf says, hey, WCB, hey all, you guys need to look into the mess of the Witcher NF series. It's Kathleen Kennedy levels of SJW lies, race swapping, and feminist trash.
I've seen some
I'll
of the
check it out.
trailers, but I'm not as familiar with a lot of the lore. So, I mean, it didn't look terrible, but
I can check it out and see if I have enough to say about it, but I don't want to bullshit you on like, oh yeah, The Witcher, I'm so into it. Never played a game. So, Kevithar1138 says, power to the wrenches. Yes, wrenches, if you're still here.
They did a good job. They cleared out the
The riffraff.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the guy
that
from Rocky Horror Picture Show, Riffraff?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that movie that much. It's weird.
What?
see, I like Shock Treatment better.
You do?
But I always got bullied by like angry lesbians who didn't like that I wasn't gay enough for them. or
Right?
something.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And it was always over Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I'm like, yeah, that one kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, so to speak.
Some of my best friends are angry lesbians.
Hey,
They're
Cecil.
awesome until they bully you over Rocky Horror Picture Show, I think.
Yeah, don't bully people over Rocky Horror. Hey, Cecil, what was David Bowie's last hit?
Who? David Bowie?
Yeah, what was his last hit?
Probably the one he did with Trent Reznor. I'm afraid.
No,
of
probably heroin. Okay.
No, he did not die of heroin.
What do you mean? Of course. All right.
I'm
I thought
afraid.
that was
Of,
Prince.
I'm afraid of Americans. Probably.
I'm afraid of Americans.
No, Black Star was
I'm afraid of the world.
not a hit, but I think the biggest played song was probably that Trent Reznor.
That was so good, man.
Yeah. Bowie's a genius. Get into it. Get into it. It's not too late. You're 45. Get into it. I'm not fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
King Arturus says, Nerdrotics Jeff has time for is the best. Gary, if you want to send me a message over on Twitter to tell me what it was, I'd love to read it. Trencher1375 says, Jeff has time to watch Tales from the Hood too, but not Lord of the Rings. Yes. Guilty, embarrassed, apologetic, regretful, but it happened.
Ethan, what was the last thing to go through Princess Di's mind?
The windshield?
That's right.
I knew it was going to be some shit like that. I knew it.
Yeah. I was going to say, I added Paul Walker on Xbox, but he spends all his time on the dashboard.
See, the jokes you feel bad about laughing at are always the best ones.
Awful. I'm sorry. I know. That one probably pissed off Jeremy. He's a big Paul Walker fan.
I hate all of you.
No.
There goes our Universal sponsorship, guys.
Wait.
What's the difference
By the way,
between...
Ethan, I did a second read for Fast and the Furious 40. Now that's off. I'm out.
What?
Wait, I don't get it.
I'm an actor, so I was trying. Never mind.
I'm so happy this is not on Geek.
I was supposed to play the rock son.
Yeah, this might be one of those like, hey, what happened to this episode of the High Council? Well, around the 3-hour mark, it just turned to shit.
I just answered an ad that said, looking for men with Samoan builds.
After death, what is the only organ in the female body which remains warm? My penis. That is awful.
Oh my god.
That is the worst joke. I can't believe I read that. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Do you know what's better than roses on a piano?
What?
Tulips on my organ.
Okay.
Oh my god, I knew that one was terrible. Anyway, Insane Hippie Insane says Peter Jackson is the same guy who made Meet the Feebles, so his greatness is questionable.
Yeah, but he also made Dead Alive.
And Bad Taste.
Those are great movies, yeah.
They are. Bad Taste. We should everyone should have a copy of that.
Yeah.
By the way, did I tell you guys a listener sent me 12 copies of Alita Battle Angel?
Really?
On 4K HD Blu-ray with the digital copy and all that stuff?
Why 12?
No.
Because he said keep 4 for the guys and give away the rest.
Well, that was nice.
So,
a lot of people just subscribe to me because of that joke. Shit. I'm getting subscribers. Wow, I thought that was awful.
Let me see I'm gonna look on Social Blade right now.
Okay.
Even you could just like have your chair sit there and you sit off camera and you just tell terrible jokes and you'll make $10,000 a month in super chats.
Are you serious?
Seriously, EVS, seriously, I think you should do a live stream with your chair and just let it sit there for 3 hours and just see what the hell happens.
I would totally do it. What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face?
What?
Finding out it was traced. That's the worst.
Or is it the best?
Yeah.
White Wolf says Lord of the Rings has Agent Smith, Magneto, Will Turner, and 006.
How do I find out last hour?
I don't know.
You're not gonna find anything
I
out
think they
on
changed
Social
it
Blade
now. Yeah.
I lost 3,000 subs during this stream.
Did you have? Oh yeah, you had 10.
No, I had 2,500.
Let's see. David Hervey says the join button is given out at random. Even Liza Koshy, who has millions of subscribers, doesn't have it. Well, fair enough. When I get it, we'll offer it just like everyone else and have fun stuff. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead says, Jeremy, I'll be sending you an email soon about my New York Comic Con itinerary. Check out your inbox. I got some fun stuff planned for you, Gary, and EVS.
Yep, I got the email. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
007 Claus says, Jeff, bro, you're only allowed to blow off the Lord of the Rings for Spider-Man. Other than that, there is no excuse. LOL.
By the way, when the person said fun stuff, it reminded me of a weird story of a friend. I have a friend who's a musician. Never mind.
Did you turn to Crystal White Castles?
No, I ended up having to host, and this is when I was younger. Never mind. So somebody woke me up in the middle of the night and assumed I was gay for some reason, and said, "Cecil, how about a bit of fun stuff?" And I thought he was talking about drugs, and I said, "I don't have any." He goes, "No," and he was from England, and he said, "No, do you want a blowjob? And I was like, no.
What the fuck is this episode?
This is the worst. I know.
I mean, I did, but not from him.
Yeah, this. I think I was going to be like, hey, we'll delete this and re-upload it without Cecil. I'll go through and we'll replace.
I think it's the only other time I've ever heard the term "fun stuff" before. He's like, Cecil, I was about a bit of fun stuff. And I was like, I honestly, because I was such a druggie at the time, I was like, I ain't got shit. He's like, no, you want a blowjob? And I was like, I said no.
Did you?
As far as you're
concerned, what we all thought. Let's see. Tito Torres says Jeff is Rose Tico's biggest fan. Incorrect, Tito. That is Ethan.
I am, yeah. I love Rose Tico.
Trencher1375 says Jeff has time for Batman Returns, but not Lord of the Rings. Guilty.
True.
Cracklin says Tom Cruise said the movie he most regretted making was Legend.
Really?
Never seen it. I know what it is though. Ridley Scott.
No. I'm saying why did he regret that? I wonder.
I think
I don't know.
I think it was the chick was the chick from Ferris Bueller. I think
Mia Sarah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she disappeared.
She looks kind of rough these days.
Not like me.
Well, that's true. I've seen you and her. Micah Robinson says Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. I guess that's his favorite 80s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke.
Before his face changed.
Yeah, Don Johnson looks weird now.
Well, if it's not Miami Vice, I don't want to watch it. Leo Breaker 49 says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me. That was a 90s movie, though, technically.
90s movie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1990. You ever meet Eastman or Laird, Ethan?
Yes, I have. I'm thinking about getting in touch with them. That I want to put them. I want to borrow one of the turtles for the next Cyberfrog, because Cyberfrog takes place, takes place now in 2018, but the world ended in the 90s, in the late 90s, and I wanted to have one surviving turtle, like Old Man Raphael, and he's got all the turtles' weapons, and the other turtles died.
Like Old Man Logan?
Yeah, Old Man Raphael now. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtle. Teaming up with Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. Tell me that wouldn't kick ass.
You just sold me.
Oh,
that would be cool.
I'm gonna see if I can get him.
David Hervey sent in 2. He says, didn't it come out that Bob Iger was the one who decided to go with the new sequel trilogy for Galaxy's Edge instead of it going with the original trilogy?
By the way, Ethan, when you meet Eastman, normally I'd say open with a joke, but don't.
Why? Okay, kind of get it, I think. All right.
Jeremy, do you have any insight on the super chat?
I do not. I don't have any. I could probably find out, but I don't know off the top of my head.
David Hervey also says, congrats to Jesse on the new Alex Becker video. Also, Jeremy, hope you can hang out with Abu Nas in New York. He's currently in Twitter Supermax prison.
He's always in Twitter prison. There's a lot of people that I'm interested in seeing when I go to New York, so it's gonna be fun.
Tom
Ethan,
King.
Ethan, you should do an old man Ethan story. It'll be autobiographical.
That's me, yeah. Some people in the chat are saying it should be Leo, and somebody has a great idea. Like, okay, like Old Man Leonardo, he only has one arm. Like one arm was cut off.
But what's
kind of like Green Arrow and Dark Knight Returns?
Green Arrow, exactly.
Oh shit, yeah, forget it. Okay.
Dude, but that's awesome how it was Superman that cut it off.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
I love
You ever met Frank Miller?
Turtle. Yes, I did. And spent a lot of time with him. And he was super nice to me. He was a really nice guy. And he sat down with me. This was like 2001, we're hanging out right around the World Trade Center in New York City. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. And I don't know, we talked about comics. He was working on Dark Knight Strikes Back. He was just telling me, hey, yeah, I'm trying to have fun. And this is me goofing off with Batman.
Wait, this makes total sense. He was in Total Health in 2001. Towers were standing. You go down there, shake his hand.
Yeah, I know. And the towers came down, and then you guys can't blame me for that. And it's not, There's an ongoing joke that everyone who I meet, every old person whose hand I shake dies shortly thereafter. It's not true. I mean, it's true, but it's not true. It's not why.
An autograph hunter, and literally every story is like, I got this person's autograph. They died a week later. How many fucking times have you said that?
Yeah, but the reason why I say that is just to say, boy, I really got lucky. I got in there under the wire. You know what I mean? I know that's probably not a nice way to put it. Somebody who actually died and their family and everything, and you don't want to say under the wire. Talk about their mortality, but I do. I get under the wire, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's going to die any second now. They need to autograph my copy of whatever it is, what's best in life, and then they do. And then they die. And I'm like, yes. Not that they died, but that I got him just in time.
Please autograph this copy of Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People?
Yes. So I'm happy about it. It's good.
Would it be in bad taste to inquire if Kathleen Kennedy has an autobiography?
Oh.
She could.
No, Meg.
I mean, I didn't say it. I was asked.
How dare you?
She only asked if it would be in bad taste. And the answer is maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
Tom King says, I'll have a fandom menace. We are winning. He gives a flex emoji for Jeremy. Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, who's gayer than Pops? Sean Cunningham. Dude, what did Sean S. Cunningham do today? You got to send me a message. I need to know. Keep throwing shade at the man, creator of Friday the 13th, who clearly ripped off Halloween, the superior film, and you're mad at him. So,
all right, I forgive him.
What did he do? Why is everybody mad at him?
I don't know, but Logan Michael sent in 2 super chats. The first super chat of the night was about Sean S. Cunningham. And now Logan Michael, from an hour and a half ago, goddamn, they were behind, told me that he's gay, like Pops. Corn Pops.
Hold on. What's his name?
Sean S. Cunningham.
Oh, give me a break.
What?
So what? He raped a poodle. So big deal.
He did. Oh my God.
Moving on, Wonder says, I have to read Miss Marvel for a college class. No, I'm not kidding.
Learn to forgive.
Yeah.
We had to read some comics in college, but they were good ones. Like, what do we have to read? We read Watchmen and
Doonesbury.
No. We had to read... That's scary, Cecil. We had to read Jeff Johns stuff because it was Michigan State, and he was a big deal to that school. So,
yeah.
He was supposed to come there the very next year for like some speech or something, but that never happened. So, oh well. No pain there. But it was right around the time Green Lantern came out, Ethan. So I guess you guys were just busy doing comic stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Did that movie boost sales of the book?
No, it killed him. It absolutely killed Green Lantern, honestly. That movie destroyed everything that I'd worked so hard to build with Jeff Johns. Destroyed it. All the goodwill, all the interest, the mystique of Green Lantern, everything, the excitement, the masculinity, everything that the people loved about Green Lantern was destroyed instantly by that movie. Everybody immediately called it soy, and the sales dropped, and that was it. I mean, it was,
I thought it was just me because I saw it and I stopped liking Green Lantern. I used to watch the cartoon, that CGI one, all that stuff. I think he's a cool character, Hal Jordan, but not
that movie destroyed it. Yeah.
God damn it. Do you think the Flash movie is going to destroy the character? Or do you think the character's already kind of damaged due to Justice League and other stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they continue, if they use that same weirdo who dresses like a mushroom, a pink mushroom, to play Barry Allen, yeah, it's going to destroy the Flash. That guy's awful. He's just awful as the Flash. It's not because he's gay. It's because he looks stupid when he runs. And that costume, what the hell? What asshole designed that costume? What did you see that? It's like a bunch of it's like football padding, and what are there wires, just random wires taping it together? How hard is it to make the Flash's costume? God damn it. I mean, that looks horrible. It looks so stupid.
Are we talking about the Ezra Miller version?
Yes, yeah. We're talking about
everything with the DCU is trash.
Oh, it's trash.
And they don't understand these characters. They don't understand them all the way down to their outfits. It's just terrible.
Yeah. It's just awful, just awful. Fuck that. And Barry Allen, here's the thing. Barry Allen, I drew him. I mean, Barry Allen's a police scientist. He's a man of tremendous dignity. Sometimes he fumbles. He's humble, even though he fumbles, because he's late. He can be a little absent-minded. His mind moves a million miles an hour, and sometimes he's late for just basic appointments with, he might drop something, et cetera, et cetera. That's who Barry Allen is, but he's incredibly intuitive, very, very smart, and dignified man. Why do they keep casting? Why do they keep casting like these weird? What is
Ezra Miller?
Ezra Miller? What? That's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of who Barry Allen is.
But you didn't think what's his name? Ryan? What the hell is his name? Reynolds is
worse, even worse than how. All right, so if you want to hire a gay man, play Barry Allen, Neil
who was
Patrick
he
Harris.
dating at the time of that?
No, what?
Who was Ryan Reynolds dating at the time?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, maybe. His dick has a great trajectory. He was with what's her name? Alanis Morissette.
Ew.
Went to Scarlett Johansson.
Huh.
Then you got to imagine he was banging Jessica Biel at Blade 3.
I'd rather Squeaky Fromme than Alanis Morissette, to be honest with you.
Sound like Gerald Ford.
They both look like Gerald Ford.
Yeah, I really don't. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, if you have to cast a gay man to play Barry Allen, Neil Patrick Harris would do. He is the type.
You're absolutely right. He would have been a much better Barry Allen than. I hate Ezra Miller because he thinks he's so provocative. He's like, look, I'm wearing eyeshadow. It's like David Bowie was doing that in 1967. Shut the fuck up.
You're doing it now. It's not that big a deal, It's like
I'm doing what?
You're doing it now, Ice click. Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris would make a great Flash. He looks like him to me.
Yeah,
he looks like him. I'm saying if you have to cast a gay man, and they do in Hollywood, that's what they're doing. Neil Patrick Harris, yes or no?
By the way, Rock Hudson.
Rock Hudson would be a really, really good. He's dead.
But no, he was gay.
Yes.
People don't know that.
No, I think everybody knows that. By the way, Liberace.
I don't believe that one.
No.
Women didn't
Candelabra sales wise.
Yeah. I hated that they called his HBO movie. Remember the one with Michael Douglas? They called it Behind the Candelabra. It sounded like that was like a command. You know what I mean, Cecil? All right, sorry.
They said to me, Lee, where do you want me? I said, behind the candelabra.
They said, what do you want me to do? They said, behind the candelabra. Who is doing that? Whose phone is doing that?
It's not me. No one.
Not me.
Is it me?
Is it me?
That'd be funny.
Whose phone is doing that? Is it me?
Mongo's Big Thing says, I tell you one thing, Jeremy. You don't sound like a beta. Big respect to the man with the above average peen.
I'm just me. If Jeff was like some guy on the internet and he's pissed off at me and walks up to me, yeah, I'm gonna back off because Jeff's a giant human being. I know my limits. Okay. So,
Jeremy, you're tearing me apart.
So I'll just stay on Jeff's good side. That's all.
Yeah.
NA sent a $2 super chat that's Snowflake and Fire. Maybe it's Fire and Ice, like that movie. We've all seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cash Keister says, I love your content you all make, but goddamn, after the last bit, I respect the S word out of you, Jeremy.
That was when you told everybody to F off. You're like, yeah, that was good.
Look, it's real. Whenever you do get a following, it's real important because of the cancel culture we're in. It's always good every few weeks to just tell everybody to fuck off. That way, the sensitive motherfuckers will be gone, and you know that the strong are still with you. You know these people are like not going to run when they go, "Oh, Jeremy said a mean word back in 1997, and we all have to cancel him." Because I know the people that are supporting me aren't going to fall for that bullshit. So a good fuck off to everybody. It will weed out the bitches, and that's what I like to do.
By the way, Nerdrotic has one of the best lines from Austin Powers. Yeah, And I can't believe Liberace was gay.
I
Love
can.
him.
What a great movie. Let's see. Fortuitous Gaming says, what if Galaxy's Edge soy milk dispensers were shaped like giant sea cows? New level of immersion.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yes.
milk it yourself.
I'm
For
gonna-
You have to suck it out.
yeah, and they charge you $3 more
My
for the
God.
privilege.
Terrible.
That is bad. That is really bad.
I have the weirdest creativity boner right now.
This is going to be one of the last things I think about before bed. Thanks. Let's see. Marco Esquan. Wait, I got this right last time. Marco Esquandolas. Marco Esquandolas says, I just saw the Dolphins versus Pats. That's worse than Bengals, Jeff. But we got better weather. Sure you do. And Miami's a cool city.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Marco also says for Jeremy, go Gators.
Look, we've already lost enough viewers with the other stuff that I'm not going to add sports to it, or we'll be below 15. We'll be below 1,000 if I start talking sports.
That's completely fine. It's 12:30 and I gotta be up at 6. So Tanker 6.
Where
What?
do you gotta be tomorrow at 6 a.m.?
I gotta be here. I gotta finish up this video. I had to take my mom somewhere today, so I gotta catch up on some stuff and get it ready for the
Colonoscopy. Got it.
yeah, colonoscopy. They're going up. They're not coming back. Taker 610 says, Jeremy to the High Council. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah.
Well, it's CVS's fault as always. I told Jeff earlier, hey, I won't be there tonight in case you were expecting me. I probably won't be there for the next month. I will be traveling, and I've got some videos to catch up on. And I just click on because I was listen in the background while I was getting ready to make some videos, and I see like EVS isn't here. I'm like, God damn it, EVS! Let me just go ahead. I knew he was busy with Cyberfrog, so I joined, and then EVS does an EVS and shows.
Do you guys did you guys all watch Brokeback Mountain with Jake Gyllenhaal and the Joker?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
I refuse to watch an Ang Lee film after Hulk, so no.
Well, I have one problem. It's the first sexual encounter they have, and presumably, I think if you take a look at it, Heath Ledger's character has been down this road before, but Jake looks like this is new terrain for him, and there's a quick scene. He's got Jake's pants around his ankle. They're in a tent, and he spits on his hand, and then you could tell he's going to put it. That's this.
Oh Jesus, Cecil, where is this going?
I'm just saying, not enough spit for a new timer.
Oh my God. Oh. All right, I've had enough. I got to do this. I got to lecture. I got to lecture everybody in here.
On that note,
Please share my screen, Jeff, if you don't mind.
Jeff wants this to end so bad.
No, not until people understand how to deal with inappropriate jokes at work, Cecil.
yes.
Okay,
I
request.
hate when people say shit, and I'm like,
Now, this is the ultimate website. It's smallbusinesskron.com. Related articles, how to deal with sarcasm at work, business etiquette, and saying no to an inappropriate request. Okay? Best how to apologize in a business environment. So this is what we have to do. Request that the joke teller explain the joke to you if you do find it inappropriate. Sometimes people tell a joke not realizing that it may be inoffensive or may be offensive to others. Like if you actually said, hey, what's the best thing about fingering a gypsy? Oh, you get your palm read for free. Then you actually have to say you say, can you explain that to me?
yeah.
What is a gypsy?
I remember getting so angry when at work a person said, besides that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? I said, too soon.
Too soon, way too soon. Break down the joke and explain it and help them understand it's not appropriate for the workplace, okay? Refuse to laugh at the joke. That's what everybody in the chat is doing tonight. They're doing really, really well. They think the jokes are inappropriate, so refuse to laugh. And then report the jokes to human resources. Okay?
Thank God for human resources. What would I do?
I don't know.
But honestly, they're the ones who called me and said, Cecil, why not take a couple year hiatus, get your shit together, and maybe cut down on the ketamine.
Yeah, all good ideas. All right, so I'm going to read this article, How to Deal with Sarcasm at Work. I'm going to have to make a video about this to take care of Jeremy. Jeremy,
In human resources defense, I did call almost every answering machine in the building while on drugs.
Poor Jeff.
Jeff just wants to end. All right, go ahead, Jeff. We won't interrupt you again.
No, I thought you were going to read the thing.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Okay. I'm game for the best show possible.
No, read it. I need to fucking know for next time.
How to deal with sarcasm. Okay.
Jerry, you should listen up. I hope your ears are perking up, you sarcastic bastard.
Oh yeah, Jeremy really wants to hear this article about how to deal with
thank
sarcasm.
you very much.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that next time. Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
Oh wait, can we? No, I want to know.
No, you've got
7 in the morning.
We were gonna learn. It's only 11:30.
It's
preheat
12.
the way like that.
Oh, it's only 12:30 then.
Anyway, folks, sorry. See, Flat Nuts McGee says Cecil is my spirit guide.
Let me see how many new subs I got today. Everybody fucking loves Cecil. What I went down 60 fucking viewers? Everybody fucking loves Cecil. Oh, he's the best. Okay. Yeah, 10.2. Fucking same static done. Oh, fuck you all. No offense.
So, Cecil, what did you think of our Cecil masks?
That was wonderful.
Ethan, you saw it, right?
Yeah, you never looked better.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I thought Cecil might want to have some of those, and sell them with his.
Where do I get those? I'll hand them out at New York Comic Con.
A listener made them.
All right, I gotta get those. I'll print those out. I'll bring them to New York Comic Con. Whoever you are, you fucking brilliant bastard, send me the template and I'll print them out. I'll put rubber bands on them and I'll bring them over to New York Comic Con. It's by the Javits Center. Who gives
There
it?
you go.
In 46 years.
I don't know how you're gonna end the stream with Cecil where he's at now. He's on point.
Yeah, yeah.
Dropping a lot of
Cecil, what you need to do is take the momentum over to your channel and start a stream. And
Jeff's way of saying I'm ready to end this motherfucker. Y'all shut up.
Jeremy, you can't dress like that and not expect it.
What's that now?
You can't dress like that and not expect it. So I guess the way you dress.
Oh.
By the way, regarding that picture, Jeff, you can't dress like that and not expect it.
Oh, I didn't tell you what happened. This
I know what happened. You got late.
No, this woman dressed as like a Neanderthal caveman came up to our table and was like trying to take pictures with us, and she was telling us how she was single. It was really weird. Kendo was like, "Dude, what's going on?" I said, "I don't know." Horror Hound's
She wanted to bang you. She wanted to bang you all.
That's just not going to happen. Not all four of us together.
One at a time, ma'am. One at a time.
I'm looking at the chat. Oh, we love Cecil. Looking at my fucking subs. Same.
Dropping. Plummeting.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, Cecil, remember that story about the nude sunbather who's lying on his back and a seagull came down and bit his scrotum off?
I sure do.
Oh, well, I did a little fact checking about that. Let me show you this. Will you please share my screen, Jeff?
Normally I'd say no, but I trust them on this.
Jeff, you got to do this.
You're already up, man.
Okay, did a seagull rip off a man's testicle as he sunbathed naked? Harrowing stories about hapless male sunbathers bathers attacked by predatory seabirds. I'm sick of these bitches. I'm sick. By the way, remember there's that lawsuit.
By the way, they're
Disney
protected
World.
species in the United States. Seagulls are protected. You can't kill them.
Look at him. He's like, balls in mouth. Put your balls in my mouth. Ah! Like, this guy's flying away with your penis. A nude sunbather was injured when a predatory bird ripped away one of his testicles. That's the claim. The rating is false. Didn't really happen.
Thank God.
On June 2017, articles published on various websites reported a nude tourist beach vacation was ruined when he was painfully attacked by a predatory bird who thought he was making off with a pair of turtle's eggs. Turtle's eggs, his balls.
A turtle will take your nuts off for sure.
Well, without question. So this actually is not true. Even though it came from the Foreign Journal, it states that it was widely considered as a leader of world journalism. But the sunbather versus the sea eagle story was missing key details, such as the name of the victim, the hospital where he was treated, the country in which the alleged sea eagle attack took place, although it did reference the state and city name. So we checked with various Queensland's news outlets and found no mention of the alleged incident.
Wait, what, Queensland? Was this New Zealand?
Yeah, it's New Zealand that this happened. All the worst things happen in like Australia and New Zealand when it comes to animal attacks.
No, yeah, that shooting that where the guy videotaped the shooting. You have the seagull attacking this guy's nuts. You have the whole Lord of the Ring trilogy.
Well, this didn't even have okay. White-bellied sea eagles, which are native to Australian coastal regions as well as to Indonesia, India, and China, and other parts of Southeast Asia, are not technically eagles at all, but rather smaller raptors known as kites. Their feeding habits can best be described as opportunistic. In other words, yeah, they might take your balls if they see them, which means that even the most courageous bird would think twice about launching itself into a particularly juicy looking pair of turtle's eggs if the prize were surrounded by humans. Oh, it means they're not going to do it, preferring instead to pirate prey away from other seabirds. So they
I had a similar experience. If I may, I don't want to, brag and try to like one up you, but I had a similar experience with an ex-girlfriend where she tried to bite it off. She thought it was a cashew.
What? No, that's not true, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, there are more fake stories. There's a story about a guy who got a fidget spinner lodged in his own anus. That turns out to not be true. That turns out to be fake news. And so is this. There are a lot of they call this Freudian. It's a hoax. There you go. Thank you. Most trusted member of the media, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Thank you.
Boom. Oh, so
bringing you the news.
You scare me, Cecil. Let's see. Demogenized says, speaking of YouTube throttling, I've gotten more views when I had less subs. Love you guys. Make sure you check out some black guys in a drunk 3PO.
Drunk 3PO, my boy. I'll be hanging out. I'll be hanging out with him tomorrow.
No way.
If I got throttled on YouTube, I'd have 250,000 subs. Easy.
Yeah, 3PO's newest member of the Geeks and Gamers team. So
making videos. Dio Brando says Pierce Brosnan will play James Bond after his sex change. Please no. Please no. Cesare Japan says, got to bounce to Nick Ricada's stream tonight on the new Vic developments. EVS, did Nick help you find out about your GFM spat with your boy Zach and Mike?
No, I don't know. Maybe. I didn't look.
Cesare Japan also says, vote to allow Clownfish TV onto the High Council. Also, Nick Ricada had to upload chunks of his 24-hour stream because YouTube took it too long to process.
Yeah. This guy actually did lodge a fidget spinner up his butthole. This is not a lie. There is evidence of this. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to cut this short, but
short. We're free.
I have never been more happy that I gave up my spot on the High Council on my channel.
You're not going to get news like this on Geeks and Gamers. You're going to only get it here.
Go there. This man
shoved a fidget spinner up his butthole, up his anus, and here it is. This is an actual X-ray. You can see the fidget spinner. What you do is just imagine sticking your fingers. If you could just imagine sticking your thumb and your middle finger right here and here, not as it's still in his butthole. I'm talking about if you had a brand new one and then you spin it around. And I think in a way that's kind of what this guy was hoping for. 28-year-old Boston man who doctors call Mr. Fidgets. That's not nice. You want your doctor making fun of you and just because you was hospitalized today for emergency surgery after the emergency room attending physician discovered a fidget spinner lodged in Mr. Fidget's rectum. The 37th time they've treated him for the same incident.
In a row?
Yeah, when he came in the first time, we kind of laughed about it. So Dr. Mario Lambert of Boston Medical Center, he couldn't really explain how it happened. And frankly, we didn't ask too many questions. Then it happened again about 2 weeks later.
I know how it happened.
How?
He shoved it up his asshole.
Yes, I think he did. I think that's all evidence points to that suspicion. Again, we didn't really press. By the time it happened 14 and 15 times, well, we just stopped caring. By the
way, this is the second worst use of a spinner.
We have never lost as many viewers on the High Council. We've lost 600 fucking viewers since this all started.
Wait, we don't want to think about fidget spinners going in assholes, though.
Why?
Problem
is the guy needs psychological help, but he hasn't broken any laws. He's an adult. He pays his hospital bill in cash. I don't know who this guy is or what he does for a living, but I tell you, His kinks are off the charts. Thank you, Doctor. Have a great night. Most trusted name in media. Thank you.
I have seen many because my sister's my sister she's a cardiologist, but but it's not the guy she married, but the guy she dated for years was a radiologist, and he would always bring me shit and be like, Cecil, take a look at this. And it was always these fucking crazy x-rays with people with shit up their ass. And of course he was breaking every fucking HIPAA law in the world by bringing me the fucking home. But he would bring me these sheets. I still have them. I have actually, there's a girl, it was a girl, and she jammed a Coke bottle not into her rectum, no, into her vagina. And the air vacuum, she couldn't pull it out, and he said, and he showed it to me, and he goes, "Hey Cecil, you see this? Have a Coke and a smile." And I love that guy after he made that joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's perfect. It was a perfect old school glass Coke bottle, and she couldn't pull it back out because the vacuum. So what they did is they took surgical tape and they taped the bottom, and then they took a surgical drill and made just a pinhole for air. Came right out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Cecil says exclusive. This is the shit you can get on my channel. You fucking. Are you kidding? I have 100,000 views. Not yet. Everything's wrong in the world.
Yeah. I just lost 3 subscribers.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Edmundo.
It's probably me.
I feel somewhat responsible.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the very end of this. Edmund Duto. Sorry. Which has a better chance to be successful, Rise of Skywalker or people freeing aliens from Area 51 this weekend?
Not this stream.
I'm going there.
Yeah, you're picking me up on the way. We're road tripping it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, bro.
All right. Well,
are you keeping this up, Jeff?
I don't know why.
No, I was.
I'll send you an MP3 of this file or the show.
Leave it up. By the way, I wasn't asking that question. That was Jesse in the chat.
Jesse Miller, it's the Crow's Nest guy, or my Jesse?
What? Oh, Jesse Miller. No, he's a confiscator.
Oh, I know him. I met him. Nice guy. Let's see. Cars in Depth says, "Stop bitching. You got paid. How many books are signed?"
What?
He just wants to know how many books.
Stop bitching. You got paid.
Yeah.
So I can still bitch. God. I don't know. A lot. I can't really say. I'm not supposed to say. Somewhere between 1,000 and 30,000. Okay. Thank you.
Darth Fatass says, "Hail the High Council." Thank you, Darth Fatass, for joining us here and on everything we do on World Class Bullshitters. Stone Cold Jeremy says, "What type of books do oranges like to read?" Pulp fiction.
Yeah.
Bad.
Leo Breaker 49 says, "Jeremy, you're back, whether you agree or not." Ethan, GTFO.
Get the fuck out, me.
That's what it says. I don't even get mentioned in these. Garland says, "Love you guys." Thank you, Garland. We love you right back.
Let me check my sub count again.
Cracklin says, "Lady was smoking while pumping gas. Her sleeve caught on fire. She took her arm around. Cop put it out. Arrested her for waving around a firearm." Oh, if I didn't care, I'd hit my head on the desk right now.
I just unsubbed your channel.
Thanks. King Archer says, "David Bowie's last hit was The Floor." God, that's how far back we are.
Clearly, he was in bed.
Let's see. Logan Michael says, "Guys, I added Paul Walker on Xbox, but he spends all his time on the dashboard."
Oh.
Ethan, did you steal that from Logan Michael?
No, I stole it from a joke page. He stole it from
Oh, okay.
from a joke page, probably.
Garland also says, "How do we know?"
You're on a joke page? I'm pulling out of my fucking brain.
Oh, Cecil.
Cocksucker. I'm like trying to fucking think of shit.
That's what the internet's for.
Let's see. Garland wants to know, how do we know how to meet you guys at New York Comic Con? To be clear, I'm not weird. I'm normal. I wouldn't say this if it wasn't obvious. If I wasn't obvious. Well, Jeremy, Gary, everyone else, how can you be found in New York City? Just stand in Times Square and scream?
Yeah, I would say the best way to stay up to date with where we're going to be is probably Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at DDayCobra. And I don't know. I don't do well with planning meetups and things like that because I'm scattered everywhere. So I'm just going to be taking things as they happen. So I would say just with Twitter, if you don't have a Twitter, get a Twitter and follow me on Twitter. And yeah, that's the best I can tell you at this point because I'm everywhere. I got all things.
I will be at New York City Comic Con, but my my identity is very important to me. So I do not. If you want to meet me, look for a Rancor keeper. It's probably me.
That's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you do the cry? There you go. Perfect. Spot on. How old are you in 1983? Anyway.
Not born yet.
Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, what's the difference between Jeff's toy collection and Cecil's toy collection?
Mine vibrates.
Well, you read the chat. There you go. Mongo's
was that the punchline?
Yes. Mongo's Big Think says, I really appreciate how good-spirited Jeff is. The guy's the MVP for the stream. Big thanks again. Well, thank you, Mongo's Big Think. I appreciate that. Stone Cold Jeremy says, in a row, I caught that, Jeff. Flex emoji. Well, thank you, Stone Cold Jeremy. Shout out to Obi-Wan 27883 as well. 6 Turning 4 Burning says, I get home in time for the High Council and it's a bunch of ass play. Is that what you have time for, Jeremy?
I guess I'm just here. I'm here. I'm enjoying the cringe of this episode. I'm actually loving every minute.
I am too.
It's not cringe, by the way.
Very cringe. It's very
clench. It's more clench than cringe.
Grossest High Council ever / hashtag sub to Cecil says level 4.
Let me check how many new subs I got from fucking sitting here for 6 hours.
And finally, while you read the last super chat, or I read it, says Cyrus Nightshade says, the world isn't fair, the world isn't right.
That's Nick Lowe, by the way. I know him. Good friend.
Yeah.
Friend of the channel.
Well, we finally made it to the end of the High Council. The ones on this channel seem to go almost 4 hours, so it's like we're a half of an EFAP. So, yeah.
Yep.
So, Jeremy, since you said you weren't going to be here, but you showed up here anyway, what do you got planned? What do you want to tell the audience about that you got coming up?
I don't care. I don't particularly care to plug anything on this stream because I don't want to be affiliated with it. No, I'm kidding. Like I said, I'll be at New York Comic Con in a couple weeks. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you out there. And who knows, I might have time to do a car video with EVS while I'm. How far is New Jersey from New York?
Not. I mean, the 2 hours. You know.
Are you driving to New York?
Of course I'm driving.
Take a plane like a normal human being, and I'll drive you around New York.
So I'm driving, but I'm actually parking about an hour outside of New York at one of my wife's hotels, and then because she's told me you're not taking your car into New York.
Are you married to Paris Hilton?
No, I'm not,
Nikki.
But so I guess I'm taking a car into New York is a huge mistake. So I'm not going to be taking my car all the way into New York.
No, New York cars are fine. I'm going to drive you around New York. We'll do a car video with me racing. We'll go up around the West Side Highway. We'll come up the FDR Drive.
Are you serious about this? You want to do a car video?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I'm game. I'm 100% down for a car video with Cecil. You're going to clap. You got to clap, though. You got to. Car video. Are you going to be drinking? Because I'm going to have to drive.
No. I drink.
If I drive and you drink.
No. I drink better when I drive.
All right. Well, you can drink and drive.
No. I'm not going to. Of course, I don't drink and drive. But
Oh, man. This is going to be a lot of fun, though. So New York Comic Con. Gary's going to be there. I'm going to be there. EVS, are you for sure going to be there?
You never know. I'm like the wind. I'm stunting on haters wherever I go. But I, I might be there. I would hang out with you fellas.
Ethan is like the wind. He blows.
Now that was a good one. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. So thank you again for having me here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mecca, Random 42. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the audience before we go?
Well, just thank you, Jeff and Ethan and Cecil and Jeremy for having me here, and thank the audience for putting up with me giggling all night. And I subscribe to me. I am ranting about pretty much everything. Everything's getting rebooted and remade and destroyed, and I cover the good stuff too, like Ghostbusters and Dark Crystal and stuff. But yeah, I rant, and I have a writing crop, so you'll sub to me or else.
And you know what? Hail Mecca and hail! Thank God you're here.
Hail Mecca, hail Valkyrie, hail War Campaign.
She has a. I appreciate there being someone here with the second biggest set of hits.
Is everybody drinking tonight? No, just me and Cecil.
I had beer earlier.
Yeah.
Jeremy Swig says Cecil driving ? He is going to literally cancel Jeremy.
No, I don't drink and drive. I'm aware of. I will stop my car and just throw it on the side and grab an Uber. But I imagine we'll do it in daytime. We'll rip around Manhattan. Let's do it. Let's rip around, and you do a car video. I'll have my mask on naturally.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it, seriously. So it's going to happen, everybody.
You'll be shocked at how thin I am.
You'll be shocked at how tall I am. Everybody thinks I'm shorter. I'm skinny and tall.
EVS, is there anything you want to promote?
I'll be shocked by how above average your cock is.
Oh, Jesus.
Cecil, I think you have a misunderstanding of us hanging out, so we might need to reevaluate our plans before we.
You should have laid this on him
an
in
article
person.
here about how to handle sexual
Jeremy, no one
harassment at the
lies.
workplace. Yeah. I want to say thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for finally letting me in. I waited I thought one of you would look down and notice I was there, but it took 42 minutes. That's okay. Right.
Well, to be fair, we can't see you. Only
No,
Jeff
you guys can. It's just probably just Jeff, But
it's just Jeff, yeah.
Let me check my channel, see how many new viewers I got. Fucking 0.
You got 0 new viewers?
0.
Yeah.
One. Powerful forces are working against me.
I vote this stream stays up.
The stream's going right down. There's no way that stand up. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, and I want to thank Jeff for hosting the High Council. I want to thank Mecca for everything that she does. She's wonderful. Everyone loves Mecca. I want to thank Jeremy for being here. So far,
she knew
me and Jeff's reverse psychology is working.
She knows Star Trek as well as Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. We never talked.
I just knew that Spock got horny. She's like, "Come on, asshole."
She knew all that stuff.
That's not We're an expert. She's the expert.
I'm not that big of a Star Trek expert anymore. I'm losing it because, after you get abused by these franchises so much, you lose trivia and facts and knowledge. But yeah.
Well, I guess I want to thank everybody except for Cecil for being here tonight and making the show special, making the show fun. I think everybody contributed something worthwhile except for Cecil. I do want to thank Jeremy for being here. Our reverse psychology experiment with him has worked. It succeeded. He is he's more of a member as not a member than he ever was before. So we're happy about that.
It's kind of like, it's kind of how I wanted it. I didn't really care to host every week because I didn't want to have the responsibility of hosting. So if I do have other things going on, I don't feel like I'm letting the entire show down. So yeah, I'm here.
We love it. So we love it. Okay, that's all I want to say. Just kidding. We love Cecil as well.
Oh well, okay.
Just kidding. I was just kidding about that.
God damn, I walked into that.
Cecil, do you have anything you want to plug before we go?
Yeah, I would love to plug Scarlett Johansson.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
But in lieu of that, I have a channel called Cecil Says. Let's get us past 10,000.2, where I've been sitting since, I don't know, November of last fucking year. What do I got to do? Bleed on stream?
No.
I think I have done that actually.
Take
Yeah.
off your bra when you get $100 total in super chats. Sometimes that works for me.
Oh.
And
Well,
jiggle.
that's something Cecil should. Cecil,
I think
you
we
could
should- we should
consider
do
that.
Yeah, we should do that in the car video for you, Cecil. You take your bra off.
For sure.
By the way, we had some super chats rolling.
Don't delete
Obi-
the stream, Jeff. I'm trying to get.
I'm not gonna delete the
Jared.
stream. Don't worry.
God.
But Obi-Wan 2783 says, Uncle EVS, any pool turd updates?
Oh yeah, none. Well, I've been very vigilant about that.
Good. No one has pooed in the pool.
No, I don't
I'm
think
just
so.
checking my sub count. 9,000.
You lost 1,000 subs.
That's 1,000 subs.
Dia Branda says, what do you call a beard hypocrisy?
What?
A stubble standard. Yes. Thank you. And finally, King Archer says, I can't wait to hear about Jeremy getting pulled over while driving a masked man around town.
No, I'll drive him around so he could do his video.
His what?
He'll do his car video, and guess what?
Yeah.
Who's the guest show for? It is Cecil.
Cecil. Oh, okay.
Cecil.
The French alternative, Cecil. Oui, Eiffel Tower baguette. Okay, well, that's going to be it for... Wait, shit, here we go. Prick13 says, Hail Caesar, hail Cecil, Lord of the Light. Can we get a stream after this Hail War campaign?
Me? You want me to do a stream?
No, God, Cecil.
Only if Ethan will join me. That's a yes in my
That's my new favorite thing on a live stream. It's super awkward silence. Just see how long it hangs in the air, and everyone feels uncomfortable. It's great. Going to bed. I had a busy day.
Silence is a yes, by the way. That's not me, by the way. That's not my quote.
Yeah.
Right,
well, folks, let's see. Do I have anything to promote? Yeah, I'm going to try to sleep and finish this video for tomorrow. If worst comes to worst, it'll be out Thursday. It's written and prepared. I just, I'm a human, so I that. But Thursday morning, there will be a Good Morning Pop Culture because we hit the 1,000 thumbs up mark. So thank you to everyone that made that happen, who loves the show. If we get more interest, when I finish a few things, maybe I can do a surprise one here and there. Who knows? But we have a
$20 just flew in.
Well, thank you, Illumina. They say he coming for that booty, Ethan.
Swiggity swooty coming for that booty. Hail War campaign.
Damn, just throwing the money at you. You're like a stripper trying to get off the stage. You're like,
yeah.
Wow, my boyfriend's in a parking lot. I gotta go.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel about YouTube.
Yes, hologram nunchuck. I just did upload a video to Geeks and Gamers that was specific as we are pushing viewers out. So there's the plug. Go check it out. It's from.
You want to jump over my channel?
Hell no, Cecil.
Cecil, are you singing the Entertainment Tonight theme every time you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. With what is it? Mary Hart and Bob Goshen or whatever his name was.
Bob Iger.
They got to replace John Tesh.
See, I haven't watched since John Tesh.
Okay, Google. Who replaced John Tesh on Entertainment Tonight?
Wasn't it the dude that got the
back from a search?
Wasn't it that guy that got fired after the Trump bus incident?
Oh, Billy Bush.
Billy Bush, yeah.
Who surprisingly is very shaved.
I was not aware of that. Is it Bob Gorin or something? Bob Gone, there he is. He was on Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, Lord.
He looks like a goober. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching the High Council. They're always long episodes when they're here on World Class Bullshitters for some reason, which is awesome. Had a fantastic time this evening. Ethan, Mecca, Jeremy, Cecil, thank you for joining us this evening. It's funny, like we always joke about, Jeremy quitting, but we've had great lineups for the last, month and a half, would you say, Ethan?
Without question. I mean, yeah, it's gotten better and better.
So for anyone out there that ever says, well, the High Council's dead because I was sick or Ethan was away for a week, well, I think we have more than proven that the High Council is better than ever, and it's the most must-see live stream on the internet. So Tuesday nights belong to the High Council, and we'll be back next week on the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. Ethan, I hope your arm still works by next week.
I'm doing a live stream right after this, but it's a hard 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes, and it'll probably be removed.
Okay, it's a hard 30 minutes. So good for you, Cecil. Stay hard for 30 minutes. Give the people what they want. Folks, do us all a fucking favor. Go check out Cecil Says his live stream. Cecil, put the link in the chat, man.
Alexa, who is harder than
Oh shit! No!